Oh, Johnsy. Hello, everybody. I know, I have a mouthful of pretzels. I know, bad manners over here. By the way, we're getting Chinese food, Johnsy. I was like, dude, I don't got time to cook. I got 10 minutes. Order Chinese food. Here's the card. So eventually that will be coming and I'll have Chinese food to eat. But I hope everyone is having a wonderful Wednesday. The middle finger of the week. Pretty much, there's been a lot happening with Trisha, you know. It is a worthy choice. I'm getting beef lo mein with pork fried rice, which is something I normally don't get, even though I love beef lo mein. I usually go for the sweet and sour chicken with the fried rice or General Tso's with the fried rice, and then I usually get crab rangoons. But I was like, yo, I want the beef lo mein and the fried rice, so that's what I'm getting tonight. Hello, Kirsten. Hello, Miranda. It's so good to see you all. Yeah, you're a vegetarian, so you can't have the beef lo mein. But you can have, well, lo mein is like noodles, so technically you can have the lo mein. You just can't have the beef or it cooked in together. Because I don't know how that works. Like, I know all vegetarians are different. Could you eat the noodles even if it was cooked with the beef, or because of the beef juice would that not be vegetarian? That's an interesting one, actually. As long as the beef has eaten grass, then I can. All right, well, the cow usually eats the grass. Speaking of grass, no, not Mary Jane, but cat grass. So I have cat grass for my cat because she loves going outside and just eating grass. And since we moved, she doesn't really go outside. And I have bought her cat grass, and you're supposed to leave it in the dark for 3 days and then take it out and put it in the sun. Well, I forgot about it for 7 days. So by the time I went and looked at it, it was 4 inches tall, so it was where it needs to be that she could eat it, but the grass was yellow because there was no sun getting to it. I put it in the window just for today, and all the grass turned like a fluorescent green, which is beautiful. So she can eat it, and I'm feeding my cat grass right now as we speak. So, but I thought it was weird. It was like this weird yellow. And I'm like, well, that's what grass looks like when it doesn't get sun. Here, cat. Here. It's in my hand. I love that they make this organic cat grass, though, because it's better than her going outside and eating grass that I have no idea what they do to this lawn over here. They could put fertilizer in it. At least I know it's organic. She likes it, and it helps with her, I guess, like I don't know what it's called. She sometimes throws up if she eats too fast and doesn't drink water. So it helps with that, the gag reflex. I know, sounds weird. Hello, Selena. Your cat does it all over the place too, and you give her grass. See, the grass helps like tame their stomach. It does something, like settles it. I can never eat this. I would never. I'll have to take a picture. So I just went in the kitchen now before I went live, and I was like, let me trim the grass. So, because it was literally 5 inches long. So I trimmed it so that way it can grow fresh green grass on the bottom and not be this yellow grass. But she's still eating it. I saved a little bit of it, the trimmings, and it's not bad. Like I said, it turned green as soon as I put it in the sunlight, but yeah, dogs eat grass too when it settles their stomach. So that's kind of interesting. I wonder if that would help. Not that I'm going to eat grass. Please, I would never do that. But I wonder if it would help like humans, per se. Helps animals. Why wouldn't it help humans? And this is organic grass. I know it's not had fertilization. I know where the seeds come from. It's a company. So technically I could eat this, but we're not gonna. We're not gonna. Unless you paid me money. but I still probably wouldn't eat it. I hope everyone has had a good day. So, I did see, I know Kirsten was on there with me. We were on the voice chat in Discord, which if any of you ever want to join the Discord that's not a part of Discord, hit me up. I'll send you the link. But we had some breaking news that Trisha might be pregnant. And I have that video for us. It didn't really, so Sebastian talked about it, but the post that she made is now taken down. But a lot of people were being very mean to her, saying like she would be a horrible mother, and which we don't have to like Trisha. We don't need to mom shame her. She's like, everyone wants to be pregnant. They can be pregnant. Doesn't mean that like they'll be a horrible parent. And who knows? Like, yeah, she likes to be the center of attention. And that's what people are saying in the comments. Like, she'd be a bad mom because like once the baby gets attention, the attention would be off of her. And how would that work for someone that always needs to be the center of attention? But when you have a child, your whole mom thing changes. Like, you're all about the child. I don't have a kid, so I can't talk about it. But I do know from friends that your child is everything. So maybe that would be a good thing for Trisha. Maybe she would change. Listen, if they're happy, that's all that matters. From what I've been reading, Trisha's been off the rails. And I want to watch this Adam McIntyre video with you guys. Because apparently, Moses' ex went after Trisha, which I did see some text messages, and I'm like, all right, well, it could be a fake number. It could be someone just put Moses' babe as the contact. But from the text messages, Moses isn't happy. Moses is not liking her right now. Exactly, Miranda. Miranda said, yes, I agree. Why judge her parenting unless we see her actually do bad with the child? Exactly. We can't judge her. She doesn't even have a kid. Hello, the Pope. Yes, so me and Pope were up till 8 o'clock this morning. If you guys have not seen it, which we are going to finish it later on after I get off of here, because I fell asleep and then he went to bed. We only got halfway through it, but it's Mysterious. I sometimes say Mysterious T. That used to be her old name. She just goes by Mysterious now. So if I say Mysterious T, I'm talking about the same person. She did she did 3 parts. This is episode 2, which is called Trisha Paytas's Relationship Patterns, Sean, Jason, and more. So we can watch that. We can watch we'd have to put it up a little bit, like high speed a little bit, if we do watch that tonight. Or we can watch like the little videos that Sebastian has made saying like the breaking news, she's pregnant. Or we can watch the Adam video where he's talking about how Moses' ex went after Trisha and Moses. Just to kind of kick it off. So it's up to you guys. Hello, Debbie. It would probably be a fake. It could be a fake pregnancy, like at the fake wedding. So a lot of people are saying that she never got married because in California, you don't have to have the record shown that you're married. So they could have, sealed the marriage license that other people can't go looking for it. So because people are looking to see if there's actually a marriage license, they're saying because they can't find it that they never got really legally married. It's like, well, no, that's not how California works. They don't have to have it. They can have it sealed that people can't look for it. So that was a big rumor that was going around at the beginning of this week, is that the wedding was fake. But Sebastian did the research and he looked it up and said, listen, in California, you can seal it. It doesn't mean because you guys can't find the marriage certificate, it doesn't mean that they're not legally married. So Ooh, but it was too late to ask Santa for a new car. But Santa will get you a new car. It'll just be later on down the road a little bit. Santa will come back in the end of January, February with one. After the insurance and all that comes through too. I don't know how it worked over there, but insurance money helps and all that. I'm glad you're feeling better though, Kirsten, because I know you went through, I can't believe on Christmas Eve when you told me that, I was like, oh my God, girl, I was like worried about you, your kids, everything. Like, that's crazy. That is just crazy. I'm glad you're doing good. I'm glad we got to talk tonight. And hey, you get to pick whatever car you want now. Kind of. Kind of. Yeah, Santa will come back. I'll make Santa come back just for you. Yeah, Mysterious does go after Trisha. And they do have like a history. She is a fan of Shane. I like that Mysterious does the research. So like the way she puts the videos together where she shows the old clips and kind of puts it together. There are some things I don't always agree with. You're never going to agree with every creator that you watch. There are some things I do not agree with Mysterious on, and there are some things that I'm like, oh wow, she really went hard and worked for this to get that information. Especially with old Trisha relationship videos, especially, so that was what one of the things was the whole Sean relationship. Trisha likes to dirty delete. She's a dirty deleter. So when Sean wouldn't want to come hang out with her, she would do a video bashing the crap out of him. And then she would go and dirty delete it and then make another video of her crying her eyes out, saying, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. And there was a lot of videos that were hard to find because she dirty deleted them. And back then, there wasn't a lot of T channels covering all of this stuff that it was hard to find. She did a lot of research and she found a lot of those videos on like small, very small YouTube creator sites. And it was interesting to like rewatch videos that I know I've seen like 7-8 years ago. It's crazy. Hello, Adam. I can't believe New Year's is like right around the corner. This year flew by. Does this year feel like it flew by for everybody else? I feel like it was just April a couple months ago. And my brother was getting married. And before that, I was in North Carolina visiting my family in February. Like, it just feels like it flew by. This whole year flew by. Saoirse has one nice video, then 3 bashing videos. Yes, exactly, Pope. That's what we were watching. She would do like the nice video, like her and Sean together, and then 3 bashing videos because Sean had other plans. That's a big thing. It's like, if she's not the center of attention, she doesn't get what she wants, she will put it out there publicly to humiliate whoever she is with. And they showed like the difference between her relationship with Moses and how she is with Sean. How Sean was more authentic, and like her relationship with Moses does not seem very authentic. Yeah, it does seem like it went by fast. And then they're like, yeah. I feel like it went by fast. Like, I was just like, tonight, even titling the video, I was like, wow, we've done 25 Kickback and Relax. And before that used to be Wednesday Rant Night. And I know at one point we were up to like 20 on Wednesday Rant Night. And I started my YouTube channel in March of this year. It just feels like it flew by. The weekly YouTube recaps, that has been a thing since we started this channel. And I think we're on like 40 something. Let me see. I can tell you if I look at my thumbnails, because I number every thumbnail, so I know. We are on, we're 37 or 38. So there's been a lot of weekly YouTube recaps. That's how many weeks, though? That's like, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Yeah, March. It was like the beginning of March, early March. Because before that, I left BX Beast Boy in the second to last week in February because I was visiting my family when I went on vacation and all the mod shit happened. And I was literally on a plane coming back when he kicked me out of the Discord. And I was like, why did I get kicked from the Discord? Because he's like, well, you were gone for a day. I'm like, you knew I was with my family. I told you I was going on vacation. I had a bachelorette weekend. I told you I wasn't going to be around, not knowing that other people had left the Discord. And he thought that I was leaving because they were leaving. Yeah, well, I've had a YouTube account too, my Jackie Sunshine, which is technically like a backup channel. But that I've had since, what is it? Let's see. Now I'm curious how long I've had my Jackie Sunshine. Can I search it? I know people find me all the time. Because I get like new subscribers over there. And I'm like, how do people find my Jackie Sunshine account? Oh, if I put in Jackie Sunshine, the Sunshinery comes up. Look at that. And there's my Jackie Sunshine. I have one video when my cat was, 11 years ago was my cat attack video. Where my cat jumped on my other friend's cat and they were playing. It wasn't like a cat attack. They were playing. I've had my Jackie Sunshine YouTube account since 2010. 11 years, yeah. Wow. That's crazy. Unbelievable. I probably was watching, though, YouTube before that point. But I probably just didn't have an account because that's when we used to watch music videos and all of that on YouTube, which YouTube has now turned into bigger and better things. Oh, you know what's a really good video we could watch? So it's me and Pope watched it again last night too. Hello, Dom. The YouTube Pick a Side. A lot of people haven't seen this yet, but it's really important and it's a very interesting video. So this creator, Mama Max, made a video about how YouTube needs to pick a side. Because it's about the controversies of YouTube and people's channels that actually don't deserve to be taken down, that are being taken down, and why. And that's actually a really good video that we should watch. Let's watch that. And then that way we don't have to talk about Trisha for a while. Let me get that video. Because it was very, very interesting. Actually, I'd probably want to watch the Papa Gut version. We started watching that, and I was like, well, if we just watched this video, though. And Papa Gut was just reacting to what he was watching. Let's see. How long is Papa Guts? What does it say? Papa Gut is a YouTube creator who is awesome. Okay, so his is like only 15 minutes longer. And we get Papa Gut's opinion too. Which I like to see other YouTubers' opinions on it, especially this video. Let's watch Papa Gut's version of it. You might hear it play in the first second. Even when I pause it, it still plays. So let's hope it doesn't. And then I'll share it on my screen. Okay, good. Past the ad. And let me back up. All right, let me make this. Let me share my screen. YouTube has been silencing. Xylee is having a stream on that right now. Is she? It's a big thing going on. And you know what? It needs to be a thing. People need to be aware of this because YouTube is silencing a lot of creators. And I'm glad that someone made this video talking about it, because if not, I was aware of it, but not how bad it was. Hello, Christy. Hello, BB Loves Honey Tea. I haven't restarted my PC lately. I should have. I'll restart it before I go on Discord tonight. Why? What did I do wrong? Don't tell me that. I just started a live. I can't restart it yet. It is a very odd video, but it's very informative. And it shows a very interesting side to YouTube that I know, like, the crime community deals a lot with. They're getting their videos demonetized and stuff like that because they have opinions. And people that have opinions on YouTube, if YouTube doesn't like what you're talking about, they get rid of your video. And this is kind of what it's about. But I will say they use the P word because they're talking about getting rid of P's on YouTube. So I'm not going to say it. I'm going to say it. It clears out my RAM. Yeah, no, I should have restarted it. Damn. Why? You should have told me that. See, I didn't know that. Pope, this is why you're my computer IT guy. So I'm going to make it bigger. Now we're going to watch Papa Gut watching the video that we watched, because I want to hear what Papa Gut has to say about this too. He does a lot of Trisha videos too, where he watches like what Trisha does, and that's how I found Papa Gut. He watched a lot of Mysterious's videos and made comments about Mysterious's videos that she made on Trisha, which he, like I said, you're not going to agree with every creator, and he didn't agree with some things that she was saying, and there was a lot of things that I didn't agree with, but then there was a lot of things that it was like, it made you think. It does. And that's what having a great, like, another person's opinion on something kind of helps. So, see, I'm not an Apple person. I'm afraid I'd never know how to use an Apple. That's like learning a whole new software. I'm a Windows girl. God damn it. All right, let's see.
So a lot of people have sent this to me. It says, pick a side YouTube. I'm not exactly entirely sure what it's about.
He wasn't sure. I wasn't sure.
What I think of somebody, I think it's about just the, I think it's about YouTube, bro. It says, pick a side. I think it's about like the hypocrisy of YouTube. For me personally, just what, I don't know if this is relevant to the video yet, but, you know, I have an issue with YouTube. Incredibly slow monetization. You know, generally speaking, I put a video up, it gets instantly demonetized. I have to put it in for review. Usually takes a day. It's been taking up to 10 days now. They're not transparent at all.
My Project Runway videos that I did,
I messaged them those and I said, "Hey, this video's been up for 10 days and being reviewed."
Like the last 2 episodes I did, 2 weeks now. I'm waiting for the claim to be taken off the video so I can make it live for everybody.
Dude, can you like do something about it? Because it says it'll only take 7 days only. Well, so we'll usually get to it within 7 days. We're at 10 now. Can you take a look at it? 10 minutes later, they're like, yeah, looks like we're still reviewing it.
It's very interesting.
That's really good. Thank you so much for the help.
A lot of creators need to make light to that. And I like how Mama Max called creators out. He even called Shane Dawson out in the video.
It's just pissing me off.
I was impressed.
And this one, I got pissed. They said, well, we're slower because of the pandemic. No, you're not. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
you're not
it's
slower
really
because
slow.
Of COVID. You're not.
Really
you're lying.
Slow.
I know that you're lying, and because you can work from home. It's not their fault. It's not the person's fault that I'm talking to. Honestly, it's not that person.
Let's speed Papa Gut up too.
It's just that's what YouTube tells them to tell us. It's like, yeah, just run in a circle until they get what they want you to. They want to run you in a circle until you get bored and you're no longer like engaged in the conversation. That's all it is. That's frustrating.
Why won't you go away now?
It might be the holiday season. I just don't understand why it goes from a day to 10 days. How does your efficiency go to 10%?
There we go.
I've only, like, we're in COVID. We've been in COVID.
Sorry,
you know, we are in COVID. I know that protocols are going up in COVID because my wife works. But you know, these people can very easily work from home. It's not an unreasonable assumption. So it's all probably
so he's
remote
just giving
working.
his opinion on YouTube
remote work.
Now.
Apparently, this is an issue every season. I just don't understand how it goes from a day to 10 days. It's insane. It's an infrastructure problem on YouTube, and I don't get it because like you're losing money. Like I've lost like a lot. I've lost a lot of money.
Really, having issues.
I got
too?
COVID myself, and then I came back, and like all my videos were getting screwed with. So I already lost money on COVID, and then I lose money because they're just not doing it. Like they're just not monetizing my videos. And then like forcing me to lose.
The one thing about YouTube, so I will give this for other creators out there, because I know Charlotte had this issue the other day where she got copyrighted claimed for watching a video. If you know that it's fair use, so like we're watching Papa Gut right now, technically he could claim my video if he wanted. That's a manual claim. But when I do Project Runway, for instance, because it's a large corporation, NBC, even if I play 30 seconds, which is approved because I pause and I go over the outfits, because it's a computer-generated claim system now, and they're a large corporation and they have the copyright already, it picks it up every single time I do a Project Runway video. And every single time I do a Project Runway video, I dispute the claim. YouTube, because it's a computer system picking it up, like we were watching last Wednesday, we were watching Christmas fail videos, and I got claimed for that. But I knew that I paused. I knew that I stopped. I knew that I talked. I knew I was talking over the video. That is considered fair use. As a creator, you should dispute your claims, because what they want is for the creator not to dispute the claim and just either one, give their monetization money, or say like me who's not monetized, the person that claimed the video can add ads to that video and make money off of my video. But if you dispute it and use the fair use rule, majority, like I want to say 99% of the time, they will dispute it and it will be released. Claims don't affect your channels. It's the strikes that affect your channels. So when they copyright claim it, it just means any money that I make from the video goes to the person that has that copyright. So, but there's computer systems that pick up every little thing that we watch, and it's crazy. It's just crazy how it happens. But don't be afraid to dispute it. And if anyone ever needs help as a creator, like what they need to say in their dispute, I'm more than happy to help you. And I am going to help Miranda, because Miranda does music and her K-pop stuff over there on her channel. And there are things that you can play, Miranda. I was looking into it for you. And I definitely want to help you. So that way, that's another thing. Like people that like to do things about music and stuff, they get copyrighted claimed all the time. Yes. It's always a concern about what exactly is considered fair use, especially with videos that, yeah, you make. But I hardly get actual strikes. They're just copyright claims, which they want creators to not, they make creators scared of claims, but a claim is nothing to worry about. If you dispute it, like I said, majority of the time they release the claim. It's because it's already in this new computer system that even if it's 5 seconds of a video that has been copyrighted, if you're doing it fair use, they don't care that you're doing it fair use. The computer system just picks it up that, oh, you play this video. That's why you dispute it. Then they review it to know, okay, it was fair use. So it makes creators a little scared, because at first when they started doing this just recently, I know I was scared, and I was cutting out clips of us watching like fail videos of like the people going through the McDonald's drive-through without the driver in the seat, and he was like, we were watching those on the Kickback and Relax, and I was starting to get copyright claimed, and I'm like, why am I getting copyright claimed? And someone's like, oh, dispute them. If you know you did it for fair use, dispute it. Of one dude kicking another in a MMA fight and got a copyright strike. It was, So I actually got a copyright strike from the Project Runway. So they said I was spamming Project Runway. I was doing a live stream. That's why I have to do recorded live streams now and put them up as videos because of that. So they struck my channel saying that I was spamming Project Runway. Well, it was like spamming content. And I'm like, what do you mean? I was showing photos, literally showing photos at that point, and they were mad that I was sharing photos, that they took the video down as I was live streaming. And I continued the live to finish it. And then I just edited out all those places where I'm like, am I live still? Am I not? Am I live? Where I look like a fool. And I disputed the strike, and the strike was removed. So I still have 0 strikes on my page. But I was like, why am I not going to dispute this? I know damn well it's fair use. I know I didn't spam nothing and I did anything wrong. I wasn't afraid to risk my channel knowing that I didn't do anything wrong. But the strikes are more what you have to worry about, more than you have to worry about, claims. Stacy, you saw the video? It was a good video. I'd watch it here right now, but 1, we already know he got a claim for it. And 2, then kind of people will be like, oh my God, look what she likes. Oh, well, you know what? My friend had every right to make the video. It's funny. It's called comedy, people. Learn to laugh. That's what Dodgeball was about. It was a funny movie, too. But the Pope does amazing videos when he does videos. The editing he does is just awesome.
Some money too, because it's like Christmas, so I'm going to take time off for that. And it's like, dude, you guys are slapping me, and it's so frustrating. Man. And like,
almost 34.
Just happy dance.
Thank you so much for the sub. I even asked, like, when is there a time frame when this won't be a problem? And they're like, I can't give you that. You're not helpful at all. Anyway, let's watch the video. Enough of me ranting.
On November 26, 2021, my good friend
I'm glad
Max
to see
published
you,
a video
Stace.
exposing a colossal pedo ring that is
We're
IMVU,
watching
where he uncovered one particularly
Pick
inveterate
Aside YouTube.
Isn't he already Max?
child predator known in-game as Pablo Sunny, a pedophile with an extensive history of groping multiple teenage girls. And to no one's surprise, YouTube tore it down like none of it ever happened. The fickle thing about it, though, is that the video was cut and censored in accordance with the community guidelines, manually reviewed by your staff in order for the family-friendly shell that remained to be available on your platform, even if age-restricted. I myself have personally seen the entire video, and there is not one timestamp you can find that does anything even remotely illicit, especially compared to the categorical obscenities that already plague YouTube.
Yep.
Interesting. Okay, so they're saying that the YouTube manually reviewed it, probably for monetization, and it probably did pass, but it was like, okay.
Exactly. It's a computer system that reviews it. That's what we were just talking about. Yeah, and I know he's going to talk about it in a second because I did watch like the first 2 minutes of this video. They have naked yoga. That doesn't get demonetized. Naked yoga? That's very graphic. Just saying.
First place. Yeah, dude, there's literal yoga. There's nude yoga on YouTube. Like, I
don't go looking for it because you will find it if you type it in.
Because of the bare ass of a virtual character. Is this a joke? Max documenting this formerly unknown
that video got demonetized from an avatar butt. An avatar butt. Oh my God, I went too far again. It's only on there for like a second. This is why the creator's channel the whole channel got taken down, was because he showed a clip of an avatar butt from a video game. YouTube really has a thing that they have. Don't worry. It's blurred out. It's blurred out. Can't get in trouble. Oh no, don't go looking for the naked yoga.
Max documenting this formerly unknown behavior in a 90-minute documentary.
There's a lot of naked men doing yoga, Dom. You'll like it. I promise.
So why did they just let him remove that?
Doing downward dog
and child sexual abuse in IMVU and somehow sexually gratifying to you? Everything was perfectly fine for the first half fucking million people who watched it, but the very second Team YouTube watches it. Interesting.
Wait, if that's the only issue, why didn't they just pull it down? Like, why did they re-upload it with that
That's
part
what I was
out?
thinking too.
This doesn't seem to be like particularly bad. Yeah, there's nude yoga on YouTube.
We tried resolving it with you peacefully, but you were unwilling to
that was the only issue. Why couldn't they clip that little bit out of the video? Which even like a copyright claim, they'll be like, okay, well, you can clip that part of the video out. You can let it go so that way everyone can watch it the way that it is. But any money that you make off the video goes to that copyrighted owner. Or you can blur out that area of the video. So more than half the time, a creator will just either grab the video or cut that part out of the video so that way they can make sure the claim goes through. So when they were like, they struck the video, why wouldn't you just let them take that little bit out? Why wouldn't you claim it instead of striking it? That's YouTube for you.
The apologist you allegedly are. And Max has had enough.
Are you Max? I'm fucking confused.
Just say no to naked yoga.
Just fucking kidding.
Yeah, computer generated butt is real good. But real butt is computer generated. So this is Max's.
You just didn't want the video up in general? Well, is that true though? Or was it like they pulled that down because they felt like that was an issue? Like, the question is, did they re-upload the video afterwards?
No, they didn't.
Did they re-upload the video afterwards?
They didn't.
Or can they?
I think someone else did. So I looked it up. I think because he said the guy that made this video, who he was talking about a friend's video that got taken down, his friend, someone else re-uploaded his video and blurred out the butt and said, this is why my friend's video got taken down, just like what they were doing in this beginning part of this video.
Fuck with you, and history repeats itself. Whether it's intentional or not, you endlessly punish those of us who create content in response to injustice, speaking up for victims like children. And
well, I will say, like, on TikTok, I had a huge problem. I would try to talk about, like, pedophiles and shit on there.
And
because they would constantly pull the videos down. But I've never had an issue speaking about sexual assault or any type of like allegation on here.
The perpetrators, like pedophiles,
which that's crazy that he's never had an issue talking about it on his platform.
And real, because that is the subject matter it is covering, and that is the way it should be covered. As my audience, many of whom are CSA survivors, have instructed me to do.
Or talk about it because
how
they get
vital
demonetized
you may be to them, you take down our shit and continue to help absolutely no one besides the evil people we are trying to expose, and the survivors continue to scream in agonizing silence. But maybe that's the way you like it. I will let my colleagues take a more measured and balanced approach to this discussion. And despite all of the conflicting personalities you're about to see, you'll notice that there's one thing that does bring us all together. We don't like pedophiles. Something you don't seem to see eye to eye with us on.
So this is what we all have in common. Even these creators that we're going to see in this video, so they talk to a lot of different creators. They don't want peas on YouTube. And the people that are actually doing things to take the peas off of YouTube are the people that YouTube are taking down instead of the actual peas that are going after children. And this is what this video is more about. It's like, why are you going to silence the people that are actually making a difference, but save the people that are causing the harm? It's all true, unfortunately. And unfortunately, it's a effed up system.
It's true. You got fucking Glenn and Cameron still going around.
It's crazy.
It's like a 50-something-year-old man who admitted in a video on YouTube that he engaged in raping a 16 and 17-year-old girl with the mother. He went to the mother's house. She was like 40-something. They had sex in front of the kids, and then they.
Sorry for the
when thinking about
warning.
The evolution of man, it's always a good idea to remember
he talks very animals. Freely.
We are.
He forced the kids to engage with him because she liked black bulls.
But he does bring a lot of awareness to topics. I will skip out on that. That's why I watch him.
YouTube messes with me all the time. I remember one time I got 2 strikes. They banned me. I appealed the ban. I said, hey, this is unfair. And they said, nope, they rejected my appeal. I've learned a long time ago, you simply cannot trust Google. They still delete my videos to this day. And I really hate saying it, but I don't have pride in YouTube anymore. The amount of censorship is completely disheartening, especially when people need to see this content.
If there's something that the internet has shown us time and time again in regards to independent investigations, it's that the average person can notice something that an investigator might miss the first or second time. And as such, investigative content should really be encouraged.
YouTube is clearly delusional at this point.
I agree.
It's censoring us all and blatantly ignoring the good that comes from heavily investigated content. The awareness that spreads from such...
Investigative content should be something allowed. Sometimes it can bring light to a situation that not other people see. And I am gonna use the Gabby Petito situation. Because with her disappearance and then all of that, just having like it being out on YouTube, that's where the bus people came forward saying, oh my God, we were at the park the same time that we saw this van and we remembered the Florida plates. If that didn't circulate on YouTube, maybe those people wouldn't have known that that was actually happening because it would have been a small story, and it became bigger, and it was able that they found her, and then it became such a story that like that he went missing and all that. It's a whole thing. But if they didn't bring light to the situation, they could be still looking for her to this day. But because YouTube brought light to it and people brought light to it, a lot of people noticed different things, like, okay, there were shoes outside the van, and then we saw somebody over here and this. Like, I know I was one of the people, I know Kirsten was there with me watching it, and we were all like, oh my God, yeah, no, I see it too. It brought light to a situation that needed to be brought light to. But when it's a small situation that YouTube can control, that not a lot of people are talking about it, they'll shut it down. We need things like this on YouTube. We can't have YouTube just shutting us down. We need the investigative work. It can help. It could potentially help.
Videos are immense. Is that not a good thing, though? It honestly feels like YouTube is trying to protect these sort of people, and that's not okay. This is why we've got to step in.
Personally, I don't think YouTube ever cared about any of us. They only care if you're one of their poster childs, but most importantly, you have to be incredibly ad-friendly. Even 100% innocent channels are getting completely destroyed. I've dealt with it myself multiple times.
90% of the issues with YouTube could be resolved if Google just hired a team of real people to look over and
what
see.
YouTube is looking for.
No, the way it works is like
not,
you'll put up a video and then it'll have it'll have an algorithm look into seeing if it's palatable. If there's too many checks that hit it, it'll go into like a whatever. It'll get usually demonetized, and so if you want to try to monetize it, you'll put in for a review. There's also different like stages of monetization, so you only see like whether you're green, red, or yellow. Red means you can't see, you won't get shit. But like a lot of if you have yellow, if you're limited, it depends on the people watching if they have targeted ads.
See, I'm not monetized, so I have no idea about this monetization system and how it works. It's going to be interesting when one day I do get monetized, because like I didn't know that you could see only like colors. Like, all right, it's going to be limited to the people that they're going to show because it's yellow. Green is go, which means you're good. They're going to show it to everybody and anybody. And red means like, oh, it's demonetized and you have to review, like put in for a actual person to review it for monetization. And I know that's a big issue with like videos that Siwa does, because we say certain words and it'll get her demonetized automatically, and it's like, why? And then she puts it in for review, and then it usually gets picked up and monetized. I can't talk right now. Monetized. But it's a big thing. So eventually I will have to deal with it and I'll have to learn about it. But right now, oh my God, I'm not monetized, so I don't have to worry about it. But I know my videos don't get out there as much because I'm not monetized either. But certain words and titles and hashtags and all of that help bring people to those videos as well. There's a whole big... The algorithm is complicated. I will say that.
If those those advertisers are willing to like allow people to run. Like there was a period where if I had a demonetized video, people were like, all I could see are Donald Trump ads because you didn't give a fuck who watched this shit. So yeah,
what's actually being done than what's just being reported on YouTube. You're basically guilty until proven innocence, and people know this. Sure. My Dan Schneider video got 2 takedown requests, but I know of other smaller YouTubers who have talked about the whole.
It's so funny. I feel like I watched that and I actually put it up. And it got, but like it got completely shit on. So I was like, all right, I didn't bother like putting it up. I uploaded, but I didn't put it up because it got like fucking shit on.
Dan Schneider thing, and their shit got taken down because they were small channels and because they couldn't fight back.
YouTube was actually a place where people would create back in the day. I mean, actually hire people to review and moderate videos, not auto-moderated robots. I don't need like fucking R2D2 over here telling me that my info or any other creator's info isn't valuable to a cause when there's actual victims on the line.
That'd be cool if R2D2 did actually.
Oh, she's another creator that I watch every now and then. But why? Why don't they have actual people? Like, even when you go to Twitter and you ask YouTube a question, it's a bot that responds. It's a bot that gets back to you. It's not an actual person. Where are the actual people that are looking into things? Like, we can report a video and know that this video is disgusting, vile, nasty, should not be on YouTube. And we can have thousands of people report that same video and YouTube do nothing. Where are these people at? They need to hire people. They cannot have just computer-generated stuff. It does not help.
You can see exploitative content trending on YouTube. Content
People
such as
see
family
things.
channel content that takes advantage of children. On the other hand, we
Computers
have
don't
investigative content.
Bro, they also have nude yoga and
I'd be
femboy
right,
ASMR
like,
like
too,
audio
I hate
porn.
to say
There's
it.
a lot of weird shit on.
But I'd be okay.
That is
I'd be
not only
YouTube for
pushed
that.
back by the algorithm, not only demonetized, but actively hidden from subscribers who signed up to see that content. And this is a problem.
It feels like YouTube is constantly punishing the wrong people on its platform. I mean, this is something that I experienced with my fake animal rescue investigation. When all of a sudden my videos started getting age restrictions, and then I started to receive community guideline warnings, which basically told me that if I kept making that content, then YouTube would have removed my channel. And what made it so much more frustrating was the fact that these channels that I was
Actually is interesting. Think about it. I've gotten community guidelines violation before. Like they struck my channel. So you get one warning, and then every time you get a violation after that, you get like a week ban, I think. And I made a video. I think I'm trying to remember.
It takes a long time. We're still waiting.
I think the video I made was
I
that
do
vegan
know.
teacher did a video,
I will say because I know that one did
made like a
get
parody song.
It was still a bot.
Like, I
Oh,
can't
Papa
breathe.
got. I paused you. I thought. It was still a bot, but the bot asked, "What is the URL link to the channel that he has now?" So at least the bot wanted information, but it was still a bot. He is breaking TOS, clear as day, breaking TOS, and nothing is being done. We need people there at YouTube. Google, hire actual people. I will work for you. Hire me.
It was like a George Floyd parody song, and I covered it.
I review
I
videos.
think hers is still out, and mine got pulled down for violation of community guidelines, which was fucking bizarre, bro. It was just insane. I was fucking confused. That might have been on like a different channel. That might
All
have
the
been on, like, a
revenue
Clips
they
channel that I
make,
had a
and
while
no
ago.
one actually
This-
looks at
I'm
them.
trying to remember.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. It was fucked up.
Exposing.
They just care about
continued
the
on,
money.
fully monetized, and
Money,
not receiving
money,
any form of punishment. Out of all those people that I exposed, the first person to get punished was me. But as upsetting as that situation
why
was,
there's
what's happening here with
an
Max's video
issue.
is something that I find even more
So, if you are a creator that does everything to the T that the advertisers want to advertise, and you're not causing any harm or danger, you're good. YouTube wants you. But the people that are actually making the content, that's the investigative work, the true crime community, things that are going after, the P's online, that are going after our children, those type of content creators are getting removed off YouTube. The people that are actually going, well, that doesn't seem right, and saying something, those are what YouTube doesn't like. They want the people that are just going to be nice and dandy and make them money. They don't care about the people that have an opinion. It's crazy.
more concerning. I mean, age restriction is one thing, but to have your video removed completely with no justification and with no chance to appeal it is something that shouldn't happen under any circumstances. I mean, it really is a shame because those who are on here exposing predators and doing so in a fair and responsible way, just like Max was, deserve to have a platform here and deserve to be celebrated for the work they're doing. And yet all too often it's YouTube who's taking action against these creators. And when they do that, they are not only actively siding with these predators, but they are actively protecting them as well.
YouTube likes to put on this front that they care about their creators. When anybody who's working the platform knows it's complete bullshit. The only thing they care about is making
He
money.
says a lot of
And
horrible
if you're seen
things
as a
on
little
his
bit unmarketable or a little bit edgy, you're completely screwed. It doesn't matter if you actually are. The thought of you maybe being that is enough to get you completely screwed. And so what ends up happening is they end up censoring these really important things, like people raising awareness or people investigating things or trying to expose things. They end up censoring them because they're a little bit dark. Imagine outlets not
all I'll say is, like, for me
and people
I
say,
mean,
listen,
like,
look at his channel, please,
for
and
the most
no
part,
one looks at
my
it.
videos where I talk about these different situations, maybe they're just not as in depth as what these guys talk about, but I have, like, sometimes they'll get demonetized, but I usually won't have an issue of like keeping them up. Occasionally age restrictions, but like, with Joe Rope, for instance, like the guy, like the fucking 27-year-old guy who's like talking to 17-year-old boys.
See, I thought Papa Gut had issues with his Creepshow art videos, because I know he did Creepshow art videos about like the whole situation that happened with her. So that's why it's good to hear like another creator's perspective. So he has like 175K, Papa Gut. So I would consider him a big size YouTuber, not like, this Mama Max, who has like almost 700K subscribers, that's a big YouTuber. I feel like also too, like for instance, Mama Max, the more eyes you have on you, the more people that actually are subscribed that watch you. If you are that investigative type, you're at risk every day you do a video because there are just so many eyes on your channel. And the more subscribers you have, then YouTube notices you. And if they don't like what you're doing and advertisers don't want to put their ads on your video, then you're not worth being on their platform in YouTube's eyes, which is wrong. Completely wrong.
Also, like, I guess that one's not as bad. That's pretty bad. The Gemini official situation, where like, you know, all this other stuff. I don't know. Maybe I just don't talk about it with the same intensity, or I'm not as graphic. I don't show stuff. Maybe they're showing. I don't really know.
Publishing stories or exposés or really hard-hitting things because the subject matter was sensitive. It's just so ridiculous to think about. YouTube pretends to care about the creators when they don't.
The overall problem with YouTube is that it cares more for its public appearance than it does for those who actually make the platform work. Content creators, especially those who focus on investigative reporting,
This is Ben Shapiro's MatPat.
are very often either heavily censored or flat out removed from the website if we, for lack of a better words, get too loud. If we know our place and don't...
Because I don't have the subs. Yeah, that's probably true too. You got a good point. That's true. Mama's twice the size, bro. This person's fucking 7 times the size of me. We're talking about.
That's the CEO of
whatever. I'm not like complaining.
YouTube
But, you know, that's a good point.
We're trying to light on the elephant in the room. We are safe. But if we actually do our
No,
job...
it's not rude at all, bro. I'm not offended.
That was my mouse.
But that
Sorry.
probably is a
That
factor.
was my mouse. As a commercial happens.
Factor too.
Then we were punished.
You know, when we look at YouTube's policies, some of the content that I was making specifically did cover upon people that were actually predatory towards underage people on the internet. And that's a big problem. It's a reality. Whether you go on YouTube, whether you go on Facebook, whether you go on Discord, whether you go on any platform, there's always creepy adults who are willing to use their power and advantage to overpower actual underage individuals. And that's disgusting, and it's actually really sick. And the problem that we have on YouTube is even if you follow all the rules and all the guidelines and you blur every single thing imaginable, you're still potentially facing some level of a privacy guideline strike. And I don't know how it gets handled. Sometimes they go through, sometimes they don't. But even if you attempt to follow every single rule, it seems as though that many of these sites tend to favor and protect a lot of these individuals, even if it is unintentionally. Hell, just look at some of these harassment guidelines. If you even leak out or potentially mention...
I like what this guy has to say. I love what this guy had to say, and I'm going to play it real quick while I run in the kitchen and grab my Chinese food. But this guy knows what I'm about. I'll be right back in 2 seconds.
Somebody else. You could. It's such a vague terms of service that who knows? Somebody may potentially take advantage of it and use it to strike your channel. It feels as though every time you actually try to bring light to something disgusting like this and have it potentially investigated and shut down, you're the bad guy. Okay, so really,
yeah. I mean, again, I've had that biggest issue. Like TikTok is horrible about that.
Restricts a lot of people from putting their effort into it. And unfortunately, it feels as though the system is geared against people trying to do actual good. And it seems like the people who are actually the malicious and fucked up people in nature are the ones that may unintentionally get protected with all these new guidelines and privacy issues and all that. But generally, that's the way that I feel.
Yeah, I think it's a legal thing. I think that a lot of it's like it might. I think that's what it is. More than anything else, it's legality. I don't think that they're worried too much about. I mean, they might be worried about ad palatability, but probably not so much. TikTok's probably worried about more of that. It's probably the legality of it. Because I remember when like this guy Gemini was doing some fucked up shit. I have plenty of videos on him. And I reached out to a reporter of like the New York Times, and because I had talked to them before about a different issue. And they were like, oh, well, if there's no charges, we can't talk about it. It's like a big legal thing. So I'm wondering if it has something to do with that, since it's a very delicate situation. I don't really know.
Feel about it. I literally had to stop making content because it feels like I was the one being targeted by the lords above, if you will.
So he stopped making content on YouTube because of everything that was happening. That's not right. This guy, Technicals, he's going through some issues right now. I know Xylee talked about Technicals because that was with the whole Zero thing happening. We kind of talked about Zero a little bit on our platform over here. Where like Zero asked for a 14-year-old girl for a picture of something, and technically, I can't get down. Technicals is kind of like the head person of that area. So he's going through his own issues, but he was in the part of the video.
I'm an investigative journalist, and if YouTube takes that away from me, how am I going to be able to take care of my cat? You'd be taking food out of the mouths of hardworking individuals and putting it into the mouths of pedophiles.
YouTube has never really given a shit about investigative journalism content. I think that's really a given. While YouTube in recent years has tried to be a squeaky clean company that not many people can be offended by, investigative journalism inherently goes into topics that are controversial or require a lot of depth to get into. It doesn't really matter if these investigative pieces could actually help real law enforcement with actual crimes, which is why some small investigative journalism channels are being taken down, because YouTube thinks people won't notice. We need to show them that we do, and that if they continue to do it, it's going to look bad on them as a company for all of us.
What worries me about the state of YouTube isn't just how it seems to prioritize mainstream media over investigative journalism or independent journalism, but also how it takes these concepts that it uses to soft censor commentators and it applies it to the rest of YouTube. Just as film analyst and reviewer myself, there's a lot of censoring that I have to do on my own channel. I love the platform of YouTube, but I don't feel like it supports my own free speech, and I think that a lot of discussions are stifled because we creators feel like they are just...
So it's a big thing because sometimes I feel like free speech is not a thing on YouTube. But then you go to people that do horrible, disgusting, ridiculous things on YouTube, and their free speech is accepted. It's good. It's all over the place. Have you watched Onision on YouTube? There's a documentary about him on Discovery Plus. I have seen the Discovery Plus one. I did watch Jacqueline Glenn, who is now Jacqueline Frank. I watched her opinion about the Discovery Plus video on Onision because she knew who Onision actually was. Onision still emails her to this day, which is kind of creepy and weird. Ready to Glare talked about the Onision documentary. Yes, so I have seen it, and I've also seen creators that have talked about the documentary. Did Xylee talk about it? That was a while ago. I think Xylee might have talked about it as well. Because it was a big thing when it came out. Onision's protected. Like, he's so gross, and that guy gets away with the crap that he freaking does. It's unfreaking believable. And they talk about Chris Hansen actually in this video because Chris Hansen was the one who did all of that. And because he's tamed himself for YouTube to be YouTube friendly, YouTube likes him now. But when he actually gave a shit, he made people think. And that's why people aren't liking him as much, because he's kind of fallen into those cracks to fit in with how YouTube wants him to be like. And it's a problem. It's a freaking problem. We all can't be, that's a huge echo chamber if I ever heard one. Just doing what YouTube wants you to do.
Things that we cannot talk about. This is how we've been conditioned.
I definitely don't think it's great that YouTube sometimes removes content that exposes pedophiles and
internet a J. Oh shit!
Animal abusers. I understand that YouTube has strict advertisement guidelines, but a lot of dark content creators and investigative channels are truly facing negative repercussions. Hopefully YouTube is willing to work on this sensitive issue and make changes that are better for
He just never turns off the fucking radio voice, bro. Like it's like I don't know. I feel like he doesn't talk like that in real life. You know what I mean?
The community.
If he does, then like, who must
My
be a
cat
fucking...
is like craving.
My name is Jay Boston. I've been a voice actor for Mama Nice for a couple of years at this point. With the takedown of his most recent video,
Yeah,
you
the
can't really help but
catcher.
begin to theorize that although the method of delivery is unique, it still acts as this campaign of awareness
He's,
against individuals on the
taking
internet
himself for
that are engaging in felonious acts such as pedophilia and grooming. And with YouTube's consistent censorship and suppression of Max, you can't help but ask the question, why?
As a creator who tries to bring...
Yeah, Chris Hansen they've been not liking, like they weren't too happy with how Chris Hansen did the Onision. Because they felt like he left a lot of stuff out. He just did things in his own way, and he didn't put all the facts out there, like what actually happened, the way it was actually happening. Kat, wait a second. I will give you a piece. Give me a second. She wants a piece of my beef lo mein.
more attention to sensitive and dark subjects in the online realm. I also feel neglected and let down by YouTube. Max is one of many creators on the platform that
But this was the person talking for a second. I was confused.
supports YouTube in their quest to fight against the exploit of minors. YouTube is doing themselves no favor by striking and deleting content, exposing the same problem they are trying to fix. Max's videos contain months of work to collect as much evidence as possible. YouTube thanks him by making his life as hard as possible, by not communicating, deleting his videos, and striking his channel.
So Mama Max hit me up and he's like, look, I'm doing this video, do you want to be a part of it? And I thought, you know what, actually I do, because he's right in what he's saying. With his work, obviously it's investigations into very dark territory, people that are abusing kids. It's very important to put that out there and show the world what's going on. You would think if YouTube was staying into its original ethos, that YouTube will be a great place to do that, show the world, where otherwise this kind of information might not get out there. Now what they're doing is they're trying to censor stuff that is kind of a little bit dark, a little bit edgy, because it doesn't really line up with their advertisers. So the same thing has happened to me with my platform, Popular Front, independent conflict reporting. We go to wars, we show the world what is going on, and it's completely independent. Our whole channel has been demonetized. They put some of our documentaries up behind this weird warning saying that the content is considered offensive. Like, what is offensive about documenting war crimes? Okay, it might not be palatable for your advertisers, but it's very important work. It needs to be out there. So I think what Mama Max is saying is definitely right. YouTube needs to stop doing this, or they need to really be honest about what it is. Do they just want content that is good for their advertisers, that they can say, yeah, this is all nicey, nanny state type stuff, or do they want to stick to the original plan of, yeah, anyone can use this platform to kind of put information out there? I don't know. It's a real problem, and I'm glad Mama Max is drawing attention to it. Hopefully YouTube will listen. I doubt they will, but who knows?
You know, YouTube likes to pride themselves
I agree. I think, like he said, he was, that guy was very smart. He was right on exactly what happened. With the Onision stuff, like, I can't believe that Onision is still around. I can't believe he's not in jail, to be quite honest. All the stuff that he did, and that started back in MySpace days. MySpace is now back, but, like, how is that guy not away? Onision is, like, disgusting. I just don't get it. There are good people on YouTube doing great things, and there are dirtbags that get all the attention. You are absolutely right, Stacey. You are absolutely right. And YouTube, for some reason, protects those dirtbags. And the people that are actually doing the right thing are the ones that they're getting their channels taken down. It's ridiculous. I don't get it.
In this big platform.
Let me tell you something right now. My what I complained about at the beginning of the video, nothing to do with this. I didn't know this video was gonna be so fucking intense. Yeah, I don't think I'm experiencing this much of a similar issue at this point, to be honest with you. Obviously, they have much more valid criticisms. I'm still going to bitch and moan about it, though.
Platform where any creator can make it for any kind of genre they want to, but at the end of the day, it's like if you're going to do any kind of investigative journalism, you're going to have a rough time, because when it comes down to it, the big corporations, they have way more leeway in what they can cover compared to you. I've had videos that have been age restricted and demonetized because of the topics I'm talking about, but then you see the mainstream news where their clips are on the trending front page and they're talking about that same thing. And that shit's fucked up, honestly. That shit really pisses me off. Because it's like, why are they giving all this leeway to the big corporations? But
so he's put stuff that are like trending topics that are on news channels on YouTube, but when he's talking about it, he gets demonetized because he's talking about it, but also giving his opinion. But these huge corporate news channels that are talking about it get monetized and can talk about it. Yeah, you're right. Hey, just checking in before joining replay crew. Hey, Truffle! I was wondering where... I was like, I haven't seen Truffle in a while. It's so good to see you, honey. I'm glad that you checked in. I hope you had a great Christmas, babe. And I hope you have a great New Year's if I don't see you. Thank you for checking in, Bubba. I missed you.
But then when it comes down to the smaller creators that make up the entire platform, they're not allowed to talk about it, you know?
YouTube, you don't need to protect pedophiles. You don't need to protect animal abusers. These are bad people. Society has deemed them as bad people. We are allowed to bully them. YouTube, please let us bully bad people. Censorship bad. Pedophiles bad. Animal abusers bad. That's my take.
Well, yeah, okay.
We do what we do to alert the public. Warn the innocent.
All right. I'm getting a little scared. I'm pretty sure she's going to teleport into my fucking room
Missy
right
is
now.
awesome.
Spread the word. But YouTube seems to punish the heroes and reward the villains cowering behind their screens.
Bro, I swear to God that this person has like fucking like Viking runes and like
Whose side are you on, YouTube?
YouTube taking down this kind of content reminds me of what a lot of people refer to as toxic positivity, pretending that everything is fine and avoiding the problem head on. They've also started doing this with basic criticism on the platform, such as removing dislikes and making it a lot harder to comment on mobile, which coincidentally...
Is it hard to comment on mobile? Shit, just stay home all day.
is the device most people use when engaging with their site. When we lose the ability to critique...
Is it really hard on mobile? I've never heard that before. That's bizarre. I know the dislike thing. It's starting to make more sense to me.
We lose the ability to improve.
Okay, it's making
I think what's giving most people, the idea, and me included, that YouTube doesn't really care so much, is that it keeps moving the goalposts on what it wants on the site and what's acceptable nowadays. You know, it seems like what you put up on a Monday will get you in the crapper by Friday.
It's hard being a commentator or an investigative creator on the platform.
That they keep moving the goalpost, and they're going to talk about it in a minute. How like YouTube got rid of the dislikes, And that's a big thing because it's like you can't just like no one can see like, well, there's 150 dislikes compared to 10 likes. That kind of does not help that you got rid of the dislike button. And honestly, they're like, oh, creators can see how many dislikes there still are on videos. I don't know where that is because I can't find it on my creator area. I can't see how many dislikes I have on a video. It's really weird. Move back in soon. Yeah, she is a Mystique is a little. She's cool. She does some cool stuff. Being a functional website, a musician I follow got his second channel banned because YouTube thought he was impersonating himself. What, Truffle? That's crazy. And I bet you he has issues getting it back up because there's actually no one for him to go to and talk to. Just like me being able to get back on my Facebook that's been hacked. There's no actual person at Facebook for me to call and be like, here's my ID. Here, I'm a real person. I would like to talk to a real person. This is what happened. Give me back my channel. Or my YouTube, my Facebook page. It's the same thing. He's like, hello, I'm me. This is me. Here's my proof that this is me. I'm not impersonating myself. This is just my second channel. Which YouTube encourages creators to have multiple channels. So like, for instance, with me, I like to do tea stuff. But I also like to do the nails and the makeup. They actually want people to have second channels because my channel, because it's such a variety, the algorithm only picks up certain things, and it's not, because I do different videos on different things, it's not the same thing, that the algorithm doesn't pick it up always, which I know that's a big thing that when I get monetized, that's going to be an issue, but I don't care. Like I said, I do YouTube to do it for fun, to be with you guys and have fun and do whatever I want. But if I only did makeup here, it would get picked up in that makeup area of YouTube. If I got a second channel where I did all my nail videos, that would hit the algorithm better. But because I do both nails and makeup, it doesn't know which video to promote. That's why I say like the algorithm is crazy. It's a weird whole learning process in itself. Yeah, videos could be avoided with the dislike button. Exactly. There's a dude on YouTube who did a performance on a radio station, and he uploaded it to YouTube, and the radio station hit him with a copyright strike for uploading himself. Oh my gosh. So weird. Yeah, they're supposed. I've sent in my ID like 800 times. I swear to God, at least a good 30 times I've sent my ID in, and I have so I put on the 2-factor authentication before I knew what to. So they're like, someone hacked your account. I'm like, okay, but do you want to turn on 2-factor authentication? I'm like, yeah, sure. If that's going to prevent someone from hacking my account, turn it on. So I turned it on. I changed the password, and because I didn't get that 2-factor code or set up the app for the 2-factor code, I don't have that 2-factor code. So I have emailed Facebook. Oh my God, because we're talking about YouTube. I've emailed Facebook and said, listen, my account got hacked. I can't get on the 2-factor because I never set up the 2-factor before turning on the 2-factor. And asked for the ID. I give them the ID. They say, wait 48 hours. You'll hear back from us. I hear nothing. And I keep doing it and doing it and doing it. I had to make another Facebook account, and it took me like 4 months before I had to finally give in and make a new one. I was bummed. I've had that Facebook account since I was in college, when you used to have a college email to be able to have a Facebook account. So I was just like mourning my Facebook. Even though I don't use Facebook, I was mourning my Facebook. I still mourn it to this day. I just started adding people literally on Christmas that I know, because I wouldn't add other people. And I have friends going, is this the real you? I'm like, yeah, no, my Facebook got hacked. That's why you haven't heard from me. But YouTube's the same way. You can't get a real person. You had that issue too? I had to make a new Facebook. A lot of people had that issue apparently where they got hacked from like a game that they played or something that they did and they couldn't get back on and had to make another. It's crazy. Why can't you have a customer service number for me to call? For me to talk to an actual human being and be like, here's my, do I have to give you my social security number, my ID? I can take a picture on the phone and live chat you right now to prove I am this person so I can have access to my account back. It makes no sense. Exactly. That's what I loved about the dislikes. Yes, there was some people, like the people that don't like Trisha Paytas. I will give her this credit. When all that stuff was happening with Ethan and H3, a lot of H3 fans were going over to Trisha's channel and just disliking all of her videos. To this day, Trisha still has more dislikes than she actually does likes. But it favors for Trisha now that people can't see the dislike ratio compared to the like ratio. Because say there is 400,000 dislikes and she has 100,000 likes. You could tell she did something wrong in that video and you might not want to watch it. Or it's like 100,000 dislikes to like 50,000. There's not that much engagement, but you could be able to be like, all right, maybe I can watch this to make my own informed decision on the video itself. It's just stupid. It's honestly stupid that they got rid of the disliking feature to make it more appealing for creators. It doesn't make it more appealing for me. I'll say that. I like seeing like, all right, well, this video got a lot of dislikes. Maybe I don't want to watch this video after all. I'm going to start with a video about the best way to cut your nails, teeth, or scissors. Let's have a discussion. Oh my God, Johnsy. I had that issue. Yeah. I got rid of Facebook about 5 years ago. The only thing I missed is plates of food. Yeah, I'm not missing much on Facebook. I have a Facebook account because right now I'm sponsored. So I am officially sponsored by McCart, guys, which is a nail company. They also do eyelashes if you're into eyelashes. They make beautiful vegan eyelashes as well. I do want to get a pair to learn how to put them on eventually because I'm not really good with putting eyelashes on, but I'm going to learn for you guys. I do want to get a pair, though, from McCart to try them out now that I'm a ambassador, as they call it. But I am also a Model 1 squad. They call us the Model 1 squad, where I was chosen out of 50 people to be a part of their Facebook group where they show like their new lines coming out or their new products of nail stuff that they are making. And we say to them, okay, well, I think these have too many pale colors that I wouldn't buy this collection because there's too many pale colors, or I think this color doesn't go well with this theme that you have going on. We give them our advice to what we think would be good for the products that they're going to release. And they always choose people within that 50. So there's 50 of us. So one day I'll get free products, but I haven't been chosen yet. So people get chosen every week to get free products, and then you review it. And so technically I'm a sponsor for Model 1. I get paid to answer questions, review their products, and give them advice. I even help with giving them ideas for names of nail collections and things like that, which that's honestly the only thing I use Facebook for. Is for the Model 1 group. And I forget to check my Facebook for the group because I just don't use Facebook. That's why it's like I mourn Facebook, but it's like I really don't use Facebook anyways. Really? I bet they did. Did you paint them? Did you paint them? What color did you paint them too? I like Tom better from MySpace than I did Mike. Mike. I'm not a Zuckerberg fan at all. Yeah, where is Zuckerberg when you need him? Oh, that's right. He left the platform and he sold it for how much money? At least, was Tom, don't say that, Pope. Was he? Was he? Are you lying or are you joking with us? Well, I can see why he was. He wanted everyone to be his friend on MySpace. If he was. But I did like Tom a lot better. Tom was always your number one fan. He was your first friend. You always had a friend in Tom. Pretty sure. Okay, well, we're going to have to look that up. Me and Pope are going to do our own investigation to see if... Because they offered him a good amount of money. And he was just like, F it, I don't want to deal with this crap anymore. Even though he made... So Facebook went from... It connected other college students with other college people. So, like, I met people that I went to college with, that I was on campus with every single day, that I had no clue that I even went to college with them, just by Facebook. And I connected other people, like, oh, you go to the same college as me? Oh, cool. Let's meet up here and hang out. It was a great way to interact with people. And then it connected you with other colleges. So, like, I went to a small college in the state, and there was other bigger colleges, like a half hour away, that we were able to connect with those people in that college and be like, well, you guys are having a party for Halloween. Can we all come over there and hang out and take that half-hour drive to go visit that other college to go meet those people that we met off of Facebook? And then Facebook ended up becoming everybody. Not just college kids. And that's where I think he threw in the towel. Because it wasn't what he originally wanted. And yes, it did connect everybody. It still connects everybody. Like, I see things from family members that I don't get to see, or friends that I don't get to see, and see how their life is going. And it's nice to see that sometimes. But sometimes I just don't care, like, what you ate for dinner or what you did here. Like, there's just some things that it just gets like, I can't look at Facebook all day long. It's just too much. Yeah, if that's the case, right? Okay, he sucks then. But I'm gonna double check that for us, Selena, because Tom was like my number one friend. But if he's definitely not a number one friend ever. I met my cousin. I didn't know I had. And see? That's awesome. I actually connected with cousins from my dad's side because they're in a different state than I am through Facebook. So it was a great way to interact with them. And he found me because I posted a photo of my grandmother on her wedding day. And he was like, wait, that's my cousin. And I'm like, wait, but that's my grandmother. And he's like, oh my God, you are so-and-so's daughter. Yeah. And it connected family that I didn't even know I had. And it's nice to still be able to check up on them and all of that. So Facebook is good when it comes to that, I will say. But sometimes it's like you don't need to see every little move everyone makes on Facebook. That is what I don't like about Facebook.
Of YouTube all the time, because I think, to be honest, YouTube have made it pretty clear they're not really big fans of our presence, and honestly they just would like the world without the drama. But at the end of the day, when people are being exploited, I think there needs to be a point where creators exist. And
it's very interesting because like all I really have is TikTok to talk about that, because like I have my platform's like 167,000, but like I don't get great traction, so I might as well be a fucking channel with like 20,000 followers, which is fine. I'm not actually complaining. I'm very fortunate because I actually do make a decent living doing this either way. But when I was on TikTok, I was like 2.5 million, and I would do commentary. And they got to a point where, and like I had like an edgy phase. I'm not gonna lie or say that I came out of the phase before I got banned, but it was very difficult to talk about a lot of stuff when I was talking about like abuse stuff. Always take it down, even in the heyday of TikTok where nothing was taken down. You really can't talk about a lot of stuff when it comes to like these sensitive topics. It's a fucking flip of the coin, the toss of the coin of what you can't talk about. A lot of times though, and the commentary is like dead on TikTok. It's really pretty much dead. There's really nothing.
That's interesting. That I didn't know that about Papa Gut. That's very interesting. But it's true. It's like even on TikTok, not TikTok. Oh my God. Dom told me, which I don't know if I believe him, but I need to look it up because I do my own research. Okay. But apparently on Twitch, you can't even say the word damn anymore. Damn is like not a bad word and it's part of my vocab. Like I stubbed my toe. Damn. Like how can you ban that word from Twitch? So imagine people that lose YouTubes and thinks they're going to go over to Twitch. They're not going to make it very far. Just saying.
Left. So I think that TikTok wants to get rid of commentators. The only commentators that are left are like progressive commentators that are like palatable. You know, even when a lot of them are being racist.
Some people do better
it doesn't
on
matter
TikTok
because
than
they're,
they
you know,
do
whatever. I'm not
YouTube.
going to get
It all
into it. It doesn't really matter.
depends
But
on
the
their
commentary is pretty much dead.
content.
So I can understand, and like I can see. I wouldn't doubt that YouTube isn't a particular fan of commentary channels because they can be toxic sometimes, I guess too. Yeah.
And I think we do a pretty good job in that regard. It's just YouTube don't really want us there to do it.
If we weren't able to investigate things like...
But, sorry, I don't mean to... But a lot of it is like reaction, too, on TikTok at least. I can't talk about it here too much.
That's true.
You know, people, if somebody is more palatable, then their content is more okay to post. You know,
Yes.
it's a little shitty because, like, you know, even now, I'm banned. So I made a new account. I'm just having fun. Also, I'm jerking off. I'm not doing that on it. Like, I twerk and I just make silly videos where I pretend to, like, I actually screenshot NFTs and I pretend I own it. Like, stupid stuff. And I did a video yesterday where some girl or some person, I don't know if they're a girl, they were criticizing me. They're saying, oh, straight guys dress so poorly that when they dress with anything interesting, everybody praises them. And I was like, oh, yeah. So I pulled up my sweatpants and I tucked my shirt in. I pulled it up to like above my belly button, put a fanny pack on, and I have like an Among Us little coin purse that you could press in. You know, those like little toys that I think, you know, like the stimulation toys. And I had my Leviathan axe that my wife got me. And like I was like, oh, yeah, look how sexy I am to an audio. And then I twerked with the axe and they pulled it down as a dangerous act. And that's, you know, but meanwhile, there's like audios. And then there's audios that are like, eat my pussy, bitch. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. So there are audios that are terrible on TikTok, but yet those are popular. Let's just talk about it too. Like that whole Friday before Christmas thing that happened with the schools, that went all throughout TikTok. And that was not funny. That they were telling kids to go to their school and do that. That spread throughout TikTok like wildfire. But if it's it just doesn't make any sense. It's so weird how the system works. Jackie, you only say damn when you stub your toe. No, I say damn all the time. I'm just saying, like, I freaking touched the wall the other night and my nail that I had on popped off and I'm like, God damn it. And Dom's like, what did you do? I'm like, I touched the wall and my nail popped off. In the UK, a fanny is, oh, you said a bad word? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, beaver, damn. Right? That was disgusting, but yet that went around TikTok like a wildfire. Yet TikTok did nothing about that. They put out a statement saying, oh, don't worry. It's all okay. We figured out where it came from and it was all a joke. No, that's not a freaking joke. They handle situations like that need to be handled with like gloves on, and they handle it like it's nothing. But when it's something like someone giving their opinion about how this person maybe should not be on this platform because I know for a fact they did this, this, and this, that person's off. It doesn't make any sense how they do things. And Trump is also, really? So Trump, like when Trump was president, he was pretty much just a fart for you guys. That's pretty much what it was anyways over here. That's pretty funny. I didn't know that. See, I learned a new thing. Trump is fart. Okay. I love it.
It's just people not as palatable, I guess, you know?
Chris Hansen, Onision, EDP, a lot of the very positive impacts would just be void. They wouldn't even exist because a lot of this stuff just gets swept along to the wayside. Now, I know that there's some people who do take advantage of this system, but I genuinely believe that the good outweighs the bad. And if we're no longer able to investigate stuff like this, it's going to be a net loss for the entire community.
Yeah. Easily. I wonder how good, I've been looking into Facebook lately. I don't know how Facebook works. I want to put videos up on there and get monetized on them. I just don't know how it works. I need somebody to like help me out. I wonder if like this could potentially be like a threat to YouTube, is if people actually like jumped onto Facebook. I have no idea how to.
It might
be. I wouldn't like leave YouTube, but I would double post, you know.
The most frustrating thing for me personally has been issues with YouTube's privacy complaint system. YouTube has a system in place to allow private figures to request retractions on public YouTube videos if they feel information about them, like their identity, has been compromised by that video. Information that deserves to be private. In theory, this seems like a good idea, but in practice, this allows some bad actors to silence criticism. About half a year ago, I posted a video about an individual who I would love to name, who spent his time being a sex pest in people's messages by, well, there's really no way to put this nicely, sending pictures of himself wearing a diaper in women's DMs. So I posted a 17-minute breakdown of who he is. Keep in mind, I censored all of his private info for his own safety, while still telling the story accurately. He created his own thread on gossip forums in order to humiliate himself, and even posted his full name and address. I merely talked about the fact that he did this and was punished. YouTube allowed this person to abuse the privacy system multiple times to get the video taken down. But I can't help but find it funny that YouTube took down my video, claiming that I was engaging in violating this guy's privacy, and is later harassing him when he was the one who brought it all on himself in the first place, and intentionally.
It's interesting because I'm a little bit familiar with that system. I've had it happen.
Wow. So he was just bringing light to his situation that this guy did this to himself. And because he brought light to it, he got his video taken down because it said it violated his privacy. That makes no sense. It was Dom. It was Dom. It's always Dom's fault. It's always Dom's fault. A fart in a suit. A Trump is also a fart in a suit. I love it. Ooh, that's a good one. I would love to know Johnsy's opinion on that as well. Me and Johnsy had such a great conversation before we started this live. So if you guys, like Stacy, I know you're not on Discord. If you ever want to join our Discord, we have like little voice chats where we have like awesome convos together. And we were just talking about how like you could, like literally YouTube is just crazy. There's just a bunch of crazy people. Like you can't say or do anything. That people watch every move you make, every step you take, and like they will like hate you for saying I like purple. Like it could bring like so much hate to you. It's crazy how, and then this whole video itself is just crazy that YouTube does this in general. Dominant diaper. He has a stock out in the Depends. I love you, Dom. You know that we make fun of you all the time. But he makes fun of me too, so. We kid. Technically, as Dom says, he doesn't wear anything down there. Just say. We were like, oh, please don't say that. We don't need to picture that.
Twice where they'll send something out and they'll say, hey, this person put in a privacy claim. We haven't investigated it yet. You can take it down now, and whatever happens, you know. And like I've responded to those to them and said that there's nothing in here. I watched the whole video, no problem. I'll rewatch it, and there's absolutely nothing in here that's like pulled down or in there that's inappropriate. And I've won those claims. So like I don't know, you know, I personally have had like I haven't had the most positive experience with YouTube. It's been pissing me off lately. But like I haven't had the as negative, and it's probably because I'm not as big of a content creator, I guess. Or I'm just lucky. I don't know.
Embarrassing. I've been Turkey Tom. Bye.
It pains me to say YouTube has garnered a reputation for leaving their own creators in the dark when it comes to imposing important rules and regulations. Guidelines against harassment are a good thing, but how are investigative creators meant to follow them when the language used is so intentionally vague? I'm tired of pouring hours of work into a video only for it to be demonetized and age restricted with little to no helpful explanation.
Yeah, that's why you just have to not put any effort into your content like I do.
How are we supposed to know what to avoid if we don't know what we're doing wrong?
Maybe that's part of it. Like I just
Papa Gut just doesn't put any effort into his content, so he just does okay because he doesn't put any effort into it. I don't know if that's totally true, but hey, if it works, it works.
like my content. You know, I fucking watch videos or I'll review a situation. So there's not a whole lot of editing in there. And so like if it gets demonetized, I'm not crying about it too much. It's not like a huge hit. Like I'm upset when they don't like review, because like sometimes my big issue is they won't review my videos. Like if they reviewed it, and because like actually they did 2 days. One was at 8 days, and one was at 11 days of not being looked at. They monetized one, and they didn't monetize the other. That was fine because one of them was talking about grooming. So I was like, okay, I get it, you know. But they're just not even fuking looking at it. But maybe that's what it is.
YouTube has slowly been more restricted.
Like I'll do a stream and I'll pull like 3 videos out of the stream, you know.
Hi, I'm Gina Homolka, and I'm so excited to be partnering with Home Chef once again for the month of January. Today we're making chicken piccata with garlic pepper veggies, and this is part of the oven-ready recipes. You prep it,
I'm so used to commercials.
You know.
in terms of content creators, trying to tell stories about actors within communities. Content is the hardest to deal with, as a lot of what might be discussed has to be censored. For example, History Channel might want to cover World War II, but to absolutely make sure they get that green mark, they might have to change a few things in the wording, such as the main bad guy of the Second Big War unalived himself when he lost. And this becomes a lot harder for channels that cover recent awful individuals that commit acts like, and even, with YouTube's current system, the person being covered, if still out there, has an easier time taking down the video, even if it has evidence, and the YouTuber is careful with wording as to not end up in court when covering the story.
It is very unfortunate that as the clock ticks and YouTube grows older, exchanging from hand to hand, they continue to suppress these same creators that helped legitimize their website in the first place.
That's
while they let corporations run around and do whatever they want. As time goes on, Team YouTube ceases to surprise with their pompous, unapologetic, hypocritical attitude. In the direction we are heading now, it becomes clear with each passing terrible update, unfair strike, and sketchy termination that this website in the eyes of Team YouTube has nothing to do with creativity, independent creators, and especially you.
Wonder if Ethan from H3 is in here, you know, because he, I don't think he's friendly with
just wait. Ethan's coming up. Ethan's coming up. Ethan's coming up.
YouTube at all. I don't think that. I feel like he probably would want
not
to
in the
out
video,
YouTube, like, hey,
but they call it an out.
Blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure he has like a very negative experience with YouTube.
You're in Canada? Oh, that's awesome.
I could not agree more, my friends, but I'm worried that all
is
of
over
your
there,
wise
too.
words will go to waste if no one sees this. So let's all go ahead and forcefully drag everyone down with us, starting with the following people. Susan Wojcicki. So
I never knew how to say her name. I thought it was Susan Wojcicki. So, all right.
Lying to us every time you have to give a statement in response to videos.
This reminds me of my paralysis demon.
Like mine. All these broken promises you've made that never come into fruition. All of these incessant changes that no one ever asked for or wanted. Take some goddamn accountability. We are so sick of seeing the malicious and deceitful words you and your company repeatedly propagate.
Listen, like YouTube's definitely, there's definitely a lot to call out. This is getting a little cringe to me. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm a little bit of a boomer. I did want to say though, that like I was talking about paralysis demon before. I feel bad for my wife because sometimes I wake up just screaming. And that's my whole story. And she, I don't really wake up. I'm like, I start screaming because I can't wake up. You know? And I just start yelling, and I try to vocalize because I can't move myself. And then my wife has to wake me up, and it's pretty fucked up.
Either do something good.
It is pretty fucked up. Just saying.
Good for this site once in your fruitless life, or step the fuck.
I know who this is. This is Corpse Husband. That's who's narrating this video.
Yes, Corpse Husband. Yes.
Remember when you and your team ignored us last time during the whole Answer Us PedoTube thing because you were too busy talking about some stupid drama? I know I'm not as famous as you would like, but how about you do the right thing this time and fucking say something?
I think
this is where he starts calling creators out.
Oh my god!
And it gets good.
Wow, that was
just listen.
Is like I have like weird sensory issues. Not to be all like fucking whatever, but so like this voice is actually giving me like a weird thing. It's not satisfying to me personally. That's probably what the issue is.
I know you're on break, so it would mean even more to me for you to actually do something this time around.
It's interesting that H3. I was say for Philip Franco, I don't know if this would be in his realm. I mean, you should still talk about it, but I don't know if it's in his realm. This is definitely in H3's realm.
Ethan Klein.
And I have a huge problem. This is the thing that pisses me off so much with the H3 situation with H3. Bro, this guy Glendon Cameron, I know he knows about who he is because a lot of my followers popped in the stream and like paid money on one of his streams to be like, hey, can you look into Glendon Cameron? And one of the bald guy, I guess, he's like, oh, I don't know who that. We'll look into it. I know you know who it is. Listen, it bothers me because like you'll go after like James Charles and shit. I get it, not a good guy. Is that Dan? But you got Glendon Cameron. He's 50-something years old now. He made a video admitting that when he was like 35, he would go on Craigslist and he would like have horribly inappropriate engagements with children, right? Like he talked about, he described a situation where when he was like 30-something, he met up with like this 45-year-old mother who liked big dicks, black dicks. Like, that's like black bulls is what he called it. They had sex in front of her 16, 17-year-old daughter and then proceeded to force the two of them to engage sexually with him, even though they were virgins. Like, this guy's horrible. He doesn't care about age of consent. It just matters like if they look mature. He talked about how he would make sure he went out of his way to go after the girls that were underage, make sure that they come from really bad family lives so that like they wouldn't call the cops on him, right? He would get like he admitted.
Oh my god. I'm glad that Papa Gut is like informing me of this. See?
That he got pictures of like 15-year-old girls. It's horrible. This guy is disgusting.
Learn something new.
And like H3 didn't look into it or talk about it. But you'll talk about Call Me Carson, a fucking 19-year-old who like sexted a 17-year-old. Who cares? Like really? But like the real shit, they don't care. They don't talk about it. They don't give a shit. And it's frustrating. And I know H3 knows about it. Or maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm bad faithing. I don't know. But dude, holy fuck. You know?
Allegedly.
It feels like a virtue signal. It feels like we'll talk about somebody when it's relevant to talk about them because they're popular, but we won't talk about people when it's not popular. I just feel like the whole point of having, I don't know, for me, like I like to have fun and watch bullshit videos and have fun sometimes. But there's moments where you're supposed to leverage your platform and try to do the right thing. Clearly, the people in this video seem to do that quite even more than me, obviously, in more serious, intense ways. But I try, and this one was really it fucked me up, man. And you're saying it's not. It is, but it is his thing. Like it really is. He's supposed like he is like the biggest commentator on YouTube.
Wasn't an accident
I feel like it is
allegedly.
his thing. I feel like he just doesn't care. And there's nothing we could do except get this guy off. Like, I don't think that somebody that engages in that type of shit should have a platform. Personally, I heard that too. They should raise awareness. But like when it came to James Charles, we got to deplatform a guy, and like he did some bad shit, like obviously, But then like we're talking about like a 20-something, like what 21, 22, 20, so talking to like fucking 16-year-old boys. That's fucked. Yeah, it's gross. But then you got 35-year-olds raping 16-year-olds.
That's gross too.
This guy,
they
like,
both are gross.
You know what I mean, man?
They're both.
I don't know. It's frustrating.
I was told you talked to someone at YouTube for me last time. Thank you so much for that. I know you're busy dealing with important shit, but I'm going to ask that you take a minute to speak to YouTube again for me. Privately is fine. Publicly it would be better. Follow me back if you want details. Keemstar.
So cringe.
You are always my fucking man when it comes to this shit. As a loving father, I know you won't let me down.
What the fuck? This is so cringe. Okay.
It's funny, but I like how he calls these creators.
Dan quickly
out.
dismissed it, and
he's
Ethan
like,
admitted the.
Ethan, if you want to do something to help, you would call YouTube out on this bullshit. Keemstar, you're a loving father. You used to be my man. You would call YouTube out on this bullshit that they're doing. I like that he's calling these creators out.
The producers come up with the topics about Ethan knows or Dan understood severity. Fuck that, dude.
He's also dealing with the Ryan
he has a
Kavanaugh,
say. There's not that many producers. I think that that's bullshit. I don't believe that Ethan has no control over what they talk about.
Trisha Chat.
Insane.
Ryan Kavanaugh Chat.
Scarce. Thanks so much for covering my story last time, brother. I desperately call upon you for help once again. It would mean the world to me. Charlie, I look up to you because you're a good man. You stand up for what's right and speak out in defense of all of us smaller than you. But it is my regret to inform you that your video talking with the CEO of YouTube has aged like milk. So I'm going to kindly ask for your help once again. Chris Hansen.
Chris Hansen.
Oh, that's making me cringe. I'm sorry. You know what it is? I don't know, man. I just usually wouldn't. I don't know. The praising is a little weird to me.
You got to praise them to kind of like be like, we like you. But you really should tell YouTube they need to do something about this. Because if you praise somebody a little bit and say like, I like you for this and this, it gets their eye. It's like, oh, well, this guy's nice. Maybe I will help him out. You gotta. Even if they're an
people kept telling me not to talk to you.
Watch what he says. He calls out Shane.
And although you screwed the fucking pooch, I'm willing to forgive you if you speak up for us. I know you've got some connections that Susan can't ignore. I tried reaching out to you, but you ignored me. So now my audience will do it for me. Shane Dawson, I know you've done a lot of fucked up shit in the past and you don't really deserve everyone's forgiveness. But since you're one of the biggest creators in our genre, standing up for what's right instead of wasting time on haunted houses would finally make you look good to the public once again. This is your chance to redeem yourself. Don't squander it. Corpse.
Oh, you like that? He's like, Shane Dawson, even though you don't deserve it, this is your chance to redeem yourself. Stand up for what is right. If you stand up for what is right, it'll look good on you. Yeah, I agree. See, but this corpse husband that's navigating it.
You have nothing to do with this, but with all of your power.
I could have swore he's talking to himself.
He is talking to himself.
Why court? This is so weird.
I just couldn't help myself. So, remember when you reached out after years of not speaking to me while I was at the hospital tending to my sick girlfriend, and you kept trying to rush me home to...
Wait, what is it? I want to... I would assume you're talking about this. Corpse doesn't... Where he said the R slur. Wait, what? Corpse hasn't. Can you please address this video from 2017 where and he says the R slur? Are we talking about like, the
I don't know what he's
ridiculous?
talking about right now.
I'm a neurodivergent minor, so I can say it, but I choose not to. Like, who really cares? I'm not trying to be an asshole, but like, who gives a fuck about that? What is
me while I was at the hospital.
Green Bad, putting out a statement. It would look better if the video is down. No problem. I can do it later tonight. Is there a way to do it right now? Is he really harassing this guy over taking out a video with the word retard in it? I'm not trying to be like antagonistic, but like when this guy's dealing with his fucking injured girlfriend as if it's a fucking something that immediately needs to happen. What the fuck? Like, I get you shouldn't say the word, right? I shouldn't have said it before, but are we really melting down over this? There's priorities in life.
Tending to my sick girlfriend, and you kept trying to rush me.
Shouldn't have said the word at all, but that's.
Oh, then he didn't know, and he still rushed it. I don't want to rush you, but I kind of need it done soon. Why do you need it done soon? What does it matter? Why does he care so much? Are they the same person? Is he talking to himself? I'm very confused. Why is he so invested in this?
I've heard about it.
Can you please address this?
And I went on Discovery Plus and added it to my watch list, which I need to watch.
Is it the N word with the R, or is it like the R word? I'm so confused.
I heard it's really, really, really good. Like, people that are actually of age try to act like they're underage to catch pedos. From what I've heard, I think Siwa was talking about it too the other night. And I was like, yeah, no, I need to add that to my Discovery Plus. Because I have Discovery Plus. I definitely, Selena, I'm going to get back to you on that. Because I'm definitely going to watch some of it tonight. That sounds so interesting.
I said the R word in a video I was featured in. I was reading off a script I did not write. However, I will take full accountability and say that I chose to read it. Had I known the severity between the word at the time, I would not have said it. Shut the fuck up. Sorry for using it. Blah, blah, blah. Use the word now. I know not to use the word now and have for a while. For clarity, do not support to use the word. I reached out to Mad Max, who's a creator that knows the video, and he also takes full accountability and offers a sincere apology as well. We will take the video down. Once again, I'm sorry.
I swear I don't agree with what he said there at all. I don't.
Max is corpse. Yeah, no, he is.
I think what he was trying to say was, at the time, Corpse was dealing with something like his girlfriend being in the hospital, who was very sick, and really he had other things to be looking at, like taking care of his girlfriend, not looking at a YouTube video, priority over like real life stuff over that. But I don't agree with him saying that word just now and what he said about it too, at all. I don't. And I'll call it out because that I did not agree with at all.
Same person, bro. This guy's
there are things I don't like about
this guy has dissociative identity disorder.
There are things that I do like about
you did, and at the same time acting like you were taking full responsibility for it. But I let you do it because I thought you were going to be my friend like you used to be, and then you stopped talking to me immediately after you were done using me. Yeah.
I mean, I get like censoring the word. You get the whole video down, censor the words.
That's why I mean, like, we have to like remember.
So how about you do me
we don't know what someone is going through, what someone is thinking. We don't know if I say, I hate Blue because Blue is a mean person and they did this, 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 and this. We don't know if Blue is actually not mentally stable at the moment. And by me saying that about Blue, that can lead to something. And that's why I don't agree with stuff like that. I know that I have not been in the right frame of mind sometimes where I was down and out on a situation and I had that a-hole over there coming after me saying some horrible shit to me and I had to pretend that I was okay. And in the meantime, I wasn't. And I have friends now that aren't my friend anymore because I asked for help. Let's just call it out like it is. You know who you are. I don't need to say your name. All I was asking for was for a friend that night. Did I go do what I did? Yes. And I'm lucky that I have a friend that came to my rescue and helped me when they did. And you think it's a fucking joke and you sit there and you talk shit about it to other people, it's not. You're not getting me wild up. Don't worry. I've been holding back on that for quite a long time because it pisses me off because I went to him as a friend saying, listen, I'm going through something right now. I don't know if I can handle this. I'm really, really, really hurt. I just need a friend. And my friend said to me, well, you sound like you need a therapist. Yeah, I did, but it was 4 o'clock in the fucking morning. I needed a friend at that point. And then he said, I was just harassing him. I was just DMing him. No, I was asking for a friend. Because if he had said that to me, I would have been right there at his side for him. Just like anyone else. That's just who I am as a person. And then he went on panels and made fun of me for that. I was at my lowest of lows. And it wasn't just because of YouTube shit. It was personal life shit too. I had a lot going on. And people know this. But yet they sit there and they talk shit about me. I've never said one bad thing about them. And I know that they're all going through something too. That's the difference. Because I give a shit. I just don't understand why people can't just leave other people alone. If you don't want to be my friend, that's fine. Don't be my fucking friend. I get it. But there's no need to go onto a panel and put out all of my personal fucking details, talk all the shit that you can talk, just because one bad thing happened in our friendship. I've yet to do that about anybody. Have I warned other people? Hey, maybe you shouldn't believe it because, you know, there's always two sides to every story, and somewhere in the middle is the actual truth. Yes, because people take things one way, somebody else takes things another way, but somewhere in the middle is the actual truth. So maybe he took that the wrong way, and I took it the wrong way, but he never talked to me about it. Maybe if he talked to me about it, we could have resolved this. But instead, he went on panels and talked to other people about it. That he had no idea what was going through my mind. But that is why I don't do what I do over here on this platform. Because you do not know what is going through somebody else's mind at that time. They could be on that edge. And one little thing you say can push them. That is not cool. That is what I don't like. And that is what I want people to understand. Maybe the shit that they say, whether they like somebody or not, they don't know what they could be doing to that person mentally. I know you don't give a rat's ass about me, but what if this was somebody else? What if this was somebody you cared about and they were going through this? Would you stop and think twice? Yes, you would. So maybe you should stop and think twice before you go and do something like you did. That's why I don't agree with Papa Gut right there. I will say that, Miranda. I know, and Amanda is amazing. I am so happy that we've connected and we've become as close as we have because you are so freaking incredible. I'm so glad that I've gotten close to all of you because without you guys, I don't know what I would have done because people made me look like such an evil person and I am so far from that. It's not even funny. Over you don't like the way I did something? It's fucking YouTube. You're not going to like the way everyone does things. That's just how it is. I like Papa Gut up until this point, until he said this. But am I still going to watch the rest of this video? Yes. But I don't like that he just said that. You're not going to like everything everyone does. But you don't need to prosecute them to the fullest because of it either. Now, there are people that continue to do what they do and continue to say what they say, and they never change their ways. And those people, I will not back down with them doing what they're doing to others. It's not right. And I will make sure people know what this man does. Because it's not right. You don't treat women that way. You don't treat men that way. You don't say the things that come out your mouth. And think that it's okay and cool. And it's supposed to be funny. Because it's not. It's not funny at all. No one's laughing. Maybe your little clique over there is laughing. But I promise you, it's not funny. It's not funny. But yet, if someone said that to him, it wouldn't be funny, right? So what he thinks is funny and his little clique over there thinks it's funny, if any of them had that happening to them, it wouldn't be funny. So what's right for them is wrong for somebody else. Make that make sense. Complete sense. I know, girl, and you know that I'm always happy to help. I'm happy to help any one of you guys. If any one of you ever needed anything, I am a DM away. And more than half the time, I'm up pretty late. I mean, I was up till 8 o'clock this morning watching Trisha Payta's videos with Pope. So it doesn't matter what time, anything. If you feel like you need a friend, you can contact me. I will be there for you in a heartbeat. That is the beauty of having this beautiful community that we have, is that we have friends that we can call up on and, you know, say, listen, I'm not really feeling really good about myself right now. I'm overthinking things. I feel like I'm driving myself crazy because I keep thinking the same thought over and over and over and over again. And your friend could be like, listen, it's okay. Don't think about it. Think this. You are great. You are the person I look up to. Like, anything of encouragement to help a friend can put that person back into a better perspective. I know you are, Miranda, because I'll DM you and you'll be like, you'll DM me right back. I'm like, God damn, she's up too? I love it. But that's, you know, people don't realize a friend can help sometimes. Not, your friend can't solve all your issues, no. But your friend can make you feel better when you're at that point where you just feel like a lost cause. That's what friends are for. People forget what friends are for sometimes. And I think people just take advantage of friendships and take advantage of people's kindness sometimes. Not saying us over here, because you know what? I have a great group of friends. I'm happy that those friends did what they did and got the hell away from me, because I know they never cared about me. Because if they cared about me, they would have talked to me. And they always were like, oh, we're the type, if we didn't like something that you did, we would tell you. Clearly, you aren't that type, because you never came to me and talked to me. You left me hanging with a text message. Lying in the text message. Saying that I just needed to focus on my life, what I have coming up in my life, and my child or my partner. But reality is, you're over there on YouTube doing all the same crap that you were doing before, but worse. Because at least I would put you guys in your place a little bit, saying that was wrong. You don't do shit like that. Stacy, 100%. You nailed it. If they're not talking to you, they are talking about you. And I can promise you this, we don't got time for that shit over here. We got better things to do over here. We don't give a rat's ass about what you're doing over there. Every now and then, do we see something that you do and talk about it, make a little comment? Yes. But other than that, we don't really care. That's why I like the friends that I have now. Because we're all on the same freaking page. I love it. All right. Let's do the last, 3 minutes to this, and then we'll get on to something better. Because I went into a rant. I know I did.
And talk about something besides yourself for once.
I do it sometimes.
We'll give you a good look. I promise. Oh, yes. If I have to start shit with every influencer in this goddamn planet just to make anyone give even a slight fuck, so be it.
Ask Trisha Paytas. Ask Trisha Paytas to do it. See what she will do. Maybe she will. That'd be weird. I don't know why. It would just be a weird process.
On the right side.
I'd rather have the whole world hate me than ever hear a child's voice being silenced again.
Oh, Trisha's in there too. Don't worry.
My content is free for you to make as much money off of it in whatever way you wish. I do not give a shit. Bad press.
Is that Sniper Wolf? Is that SSS?
That is SS Sniper Wolf.
I just want to finally see some justice.
I used to watch SS Sniper Wolf all the time.
So again, I'm gonna have to upset all of my fellow creators and make a goddamn disaster out of you, YouTube, because you never do anything until we start squeezing your balls. And this is the part.
If they like it.
That's true.
Where you come in, children. The links are in the description.
What? You do what? Come in, children? I'm fucking confused.
I kindly ask you to come with me to make a fucking mess for the second time. I want you to pace this bitch until the world is nauseous from looking at it. I want you to drown out every trending topic so that even something like Spider-Man looks like a microscopic speck of dust compared to us. And tonight, YouTube will choose. Let die the pedophiles they love, or suffer the little children. And by the end of the night, I want Twitter to be a shitstorm.
So he put this out though. Real quick, but he put this video out. It was the day after Christmas, and I did see a lot of creators, and still creators are talking about it. I think it's getting more and more traction as the days progress, because people are like, wait, what is this pick a side YouTube stuff? And they're actually looking into it. But I think he nailed a lot of great points about what YouTube does. And do I think that I'm definitely going to share it on my Twitter. I'm definitely going to share it where I can. Maybe I'll even share it on YouTube and say, well, just watch this video and just pick a side. Pick a side. Because there's a lot of great information in that video about what YouTube does. And it's sad that you have to go to this point where you have to make them choose by pushing the freaking issue and pushing the boundary. Because they just keep kicking innocent people off their platform for having a voice. It sucks. It's crazy. All right, what does Papa Gut have to say? What do you feel like, Papa Gut?
I kind of want that guy to just say Among Us, you know? All right. Is this the rest of the video? What is this the rest of the video? It's just like a... What is this? I don't really know. Is this the rest of it, though?
That is
all right. Well, that was interesting. A lot of people really want me to watch that. Definitely a good message in there.
Yep.
The voice kind of got me a little bit. I'm a little neurodivergent, so it kind of fucked me up. I don't know. It was a good video. I mean, listen, I'm an old boomer, so some of it was a little cringe to me. But hey, what the fuck do I know?
I think it was a great video.
Every member of my family
great
fights
message.
this fight.
I like the voice because I'm a creepy
This is
person.
company town, and the business is
I like
incarceration.
the creepy voice. I think it proved a point to the point that they were making. And that's all Papa Gut had to say about it. Wow. All right. So yeah, that was what Papa Gut had to say about the video. What do you guys think about it? Square Pusher would make? Who's Square Pusher? I'm gonna have to look that up. I like the music, well, because I like that rock crazy. Sounds like a bad. It could be. It depends. So, like the guy that was talking at the end when he was like Shane Dawson, like I think that was like, it was supposed to be like, all right, peas are creepy. So they were giving it that creepy kind of vibe going on. It's okay that you missed a bunch of it. Do you agree, though, that, like, all right, let's not say it that way. Do you think that sometimes, I do know creators that have gotten kicked off of YouTube's platform for doing absolutely nothing but speaking their own opinion on a matter? And cannot get a channel back because their opinion was too crazy for YouTube to handle. But the message that they were trying to put out was a very important message that people needed to hear. And I feel like YouTube does try to silence people that are putting amazing messages out there on this platform. They want people to be creators. They want people to be free thinkers. They want people to be different and make anything and everything. But yet when it comes down to it, they really don't. They want certain people that fit the certain mold, whether you're a P or not. If you fit that mold, then you're good. Yes. Johnny's Peanut Gallery. I was going to say Johnsy's because Johnsy's here. But Johnny's Peanut Gallery. She put out a really great message about creepshow art. And she did a very great investigation about creepshow art. And they took her down for saying that she did terroristic threats. And they canceled her whole channel because of it. And all she was doing was putting the facts about creepshow art out there. Johnsy's Peanut Gallery. It's a good name. You might get some more people to your channel. They'll think it's Johnny's. Like, oh my God, Johnny's back? And then they'll say, no, it's Johnsy's. Yes, agree. Yes, 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 yes. I agree, Pope. And Pope did make this point last night, and I agree with him as well. Pope said to me last night, he's like, I really don't think it's YouTube more than the big corporate making YouTube do it because, you know, it's the advertisers that are paying YouTube the money to put their advertisements on it. And they want these advertisers money. So in that sense that YouTube has to follow what these people want from them to be able to have them on their platform, to have the advertisements, to make the money and all of that. So I do agree there. And who runs the big corporates? The government. And does the government always have a say in everything people do? Of course. And do they like free thinkers? No, they don't. So there's also that as well, which I do totally agree. But then there are these people that fall through the cracks, and it's like, well, how do these people fall through the cracks? And it just doesn't make sense why YouTube protects these crazy people. It just doesn't make any sense. I don't get it. It's all about the Benjamins, baby. That is true. It's all about the Benjamins, baby. That's a great song, by the way. I don't know. But I thought it was a video because I forgot about it until I was like, oh, yes. It's a good video to, like, you know, just get people thinking and putting it out there for others to be aware of. That this is what happens on YouTube. And YouTube maybe needs, like, you know, real humans in their office checking these videos out instead of computer-generated bots. Just like I agree Facebook needs people to help people get their Facebooks back. It's just crazy. It's crazy how it all works. The system is effed up. No matter what you do, the system is effed up. I don't know, I tell you. Let's watch, though. Let's see. I want to see what is happening. Let me see. Let me go to my YouTube homepage. See if I can find it. I want to see, because I know we were talking about Trisha for a minute and her wilding out over there. Let's see. Yeah, Xylie's doing it right now. Mama Max. People fell for it. And people fell for it. What does she mean? Mama Max's disingenuous video, and people fell for it. I'm going to have to watch that later on Xylie's channel and see what Xylie has to say about it. I didn't think it was disingenuous. I thought it had a meaning behind it. I thought he had a purpose to try and help. He wanted to help. get these people offline. He wants people to be free thinkers. He wants people to have a platform where they could be themselves and do the investigative work and all of that. That's how I took the video to be. When was the screenshot of Moses's text message? So I had found that. Okay, here. I'll show you because it's very interesting. Let me open my Twitter up and get to that page because I had found that today. So someone had posted it on Trisha's actual Twitter post. It's very interesting. I would love to know the date on it because it sounds like it's recently. But without actual date, we don't know. And it could easily be just a name contact change difference. And they're not even really talking to Moses, even though they say Moses in one of the text messages. I didn't put all the text messages up there. So let me show you. Here, I'll show you what we're talking about. Yeah, I'm going to replay it for sure later and see what Xylee has to say about it. Because now I'm interested, because I didn't think he was disingenuous at all. I thought he actually was trying to put out a good message. But its perspective is everything, depending on person, situation, things like that. So I will say, if I scroll further, is that where the naughty photo is? Okay, thank God, no. Okay. There is a naughty photo someone posted. I don't want to go too far. Oh, and there it is. We don't want to see this photo. People are gross. People are gross. So we all know Trisha does OnlyFans. Let's just say that photo right there is her naked. We're not going any further. I'd be banned. I'd get P-bombed. So, but this is the person, right? So I actually clicked on it because this was the message. And I was like, all right, so who is this person? Why are they posting these, text messages with Moses? Right? And then I clicked over here. So that's where the text messages are. So this is one text message. It's saying it's from the 27th. Saying, okay, I understand. I knew you would come back eventually. I miss you. I miss holding you in my arms and can't wait to have you back in my arms again. What's the update? This apparently is Moses right here. I miss you too. We will be together again soon. T is going crazy here. She is so controlling everything I say or do. So then I went to the next message. Because I'm interested now. And of course it's slow. And Trisha is tagged in these. So Trisha definitely sees these. And other people are tagging her too. Here's the Moses babe again. We can't see what that says, but this says, it is scary. Every day I'm scared for my life. I'm not allowed to talk to my family unless she is there listening to the full conversation, and seeing them is just out of the question. I will get back to you when I can. This is the worst relationship I've ever been in. And then this person says, hate seeing you go through this, Moses. Very weird, right? Just a little weird. Like I said, you could easily change your contact name to say Mosey baby. There's no date. There's no time. We don't know if these are old or not. He did refer to her as T. And yes, she did say Moses, but person could be like, Moses who? Like, we don't see the message afterwards. So it's just a little weird. Now, I do know Moses's ex-girlfriend. I have her on IG. I've talked to her before. This isn't the same one. So I don't know who this person is. But doesn't Moses have iPhone? I don't know. Why? Does Moses? I'm pretty sure Moses has an iPhone, but I can't guarantee it either. I don't know that for a fact. Because, I know with iPhones, you can like messages, right? Like, you can like someone's message. She has an iPhone. We know she liked this message. Because I know when someone has an iPhone, so I have a Galaxy. So someone that has an iPhone, if they like a message from their iPhone that I sent to them, it resends my message with a heart on it. And it's like, why are you resending the message I just sent you with a heart on it? Not knowing that you can heart things on an iPhone. I found that out later. I think there's more. Of course, this will be her soon. She's making fun of Trisha. I believe there's no more text messages. Yep, here's another one. Oh, honey, I'm sorry. I wish that you would leave. I wish that you would leave her now instead of later. You don't deserve all that. What is she going crazy for? I haven't kept up with the online drama lately. I would, but you know the plan. I can't do it just yet. I have to be married for at least a year before things will work. And this is where the team went off on me yesterday and told me. So let's see if after a year, Moses can stick it out for a year. This is crazy. If after a year shit hits the fan, these text messages were right. Yeah. If both have iPhones, text bubbles are blue. That's okay. See, something I don't know. That's very interesting. He can't talk to his own family, but he's able to have full conversations with her. Sure, surely if she's too controlling, then messages like this aren't getting out there. Well, if it's the ex putting them out. But if she's so controlling, she'd be looking over his shoulder as he texts this too. That's how I would see it. But there are times where he's alone. So let's see what other ones are over here. Same message. You mean you forced the cheater to cut and bleach it? You're really set on him looking as shitty as you do. The stuff he's putting up with so he doesn't get beat and lose his alimony? The hell does that mean? Is this from Reddit? Yeah, this is from Reddit. Wow, this person really doesn't like Trisha. I mean, I don't need to read this out loud. We can all look at this right here. The person who, after meeting Ethan and Gila, became so obsessed for them, that's true. She did do that. The video's out there on her OnlyFans. I saw it. No, I didn't see the actual video. I saw clips of it where it was blurred out, thankfully. Found their brother, and yes, there was a clip on the mysterious video where she was like, well, I only wanted to F him so that way I could be like, haha, Ethan, I F'd your brother-in-law, but now, now we have something going on. She says it in a Frenemies podcast. That, I don't... There are the allegations with Moses of what he did to his ex-girlfriend, which, if she's saying it happened, it happened. But as of right now, they're allegations until anything is done. Tried to bring their podcast down. That's a check. Effed up the pregnancy announcement because it's not about her and she was jealous. That's a check mark there. Oh, yes, she did. That's a check mark there. Wanted Moses to, and this is something that Ethan said. I don't know if she actually said it where we have a clip of this, but I know Ethan said this in his episode that he did the Wednesday after the wedding. So yeah, like I said, but like you're just going here and you're just naming them all. Like, yeah, Trisha did a lot of bad things. Hey Meg. Hey Spooky Spook. I love you, girl. We're just looking at this weird Twitter that I found today that is showing Moses tweets, and I still don't know who this person is. That's why I want to see who this person is. Oh, damn. She just puts a lot of shit out on Trisha, apparently. They chased my sister off the internet. Your sister inserted herself into drama that had effed all to do with her because she has had a vetted interest in you, seeing that 5% and enabling your tantrum for it. You said it yourself, public figures will be discussed. They called me, they did, which we all agree. Well, majority of us agree. What she was doing we don't see it as anti-Semitic, but other people can see it as anti-Semitic. What she did with the whole Hanukkah and the whole wearing of the, the dancing, all of that. People could see that as anti-Semitic. Did I see that as anti-Semitic? No, not really. But that's my opinion. I know other people didn't see it as anti-Semitic as well. But, I mean, she wore like a yarmulke. Yes, technically yarmulkes are made for men. But could that be anti-Semitic to somebody? Yes. Her singing and dancing to the Hanukkah song, was that anti-Semitic? It could be to some people, but it wasn't towards me. Yeah, there's a lot of weird on Twitter. There's a lot of shit, a lot of weird shit everywhere, Meg. I've learned that. That's why I try not to go on Reddit unless I have to, because Reddit is even worse sometimes, I think, than Twitter. But did it catch my attention earlier? Hell yes. I was like, oh shit, Moses baby. T is going crazy. This is old. So he refers to her as T apparently in a lot of these conversations. She is going crazy. She is so controlling. Everything I say or do is wrong. She's so that she hit me in the eye last week and punched me in the stomach. The bruises on my arms and legs almost healed now, though. When was this? Did she post it on this? Yeah, it looks like it was a reply. So this was on the 13th. Oh, honey, I'm sorry. I wish you would leave her now instead of later. So this text message goes with the one that previous. So yeah, and we're going backwards. So maybe we don't know. Like I said, you could easily change the contact. We don't have like a number to prove that it's him. Then she replied to Trisha. That's not even Trisha. Is it? Parody account. Not the real Trisha Paytas. So this is a parody account she was commenting on. I didn't even know she had a parody account. Look at that. Oh my God. Well, this is there's where people were calling her anti-Semitic because of this right here. It is a little weird. You're celebrating Hanukkah. You have a Christmas tree in the background. It's a little weird. Now, is it anti-Semitic? It's my opinion that I don't think it is. But it could be to some people. Want to explain why you like this, Trisha? What is it? Every day cropped capris, Chance's mask. I don't. What is. I don't get what the problem is. Maybe I'm just not looking at the photo. Queen just ordered. Can't wait to get your merch. Am I seeing? Stop being a culture vulture and take accountability. You're marrying an alleged R who preys on young women. Those are allegations. Again, they can't be completely. So this is a crazy parody account, apparently. Look what I stumbled across, of course. Oh my God. If we did an episode of Hoarders. Hi, A&E. If we do an episode of Hoarders, do we get paid? They put them in these photographs? Or is that her actual bedroom? Because that looks actual bedroom. Oh my God. That's her house. That's her stuff. Maybe this is just like wedding gifts and stuff. I don't know. This is crazy. I thought like they just put her photo in it. That's Tiffany boxes. So that could be wedding gifts. It's a lot of stuff though. A lot of crap everywhere. What are you guys saying? I used to watch this guy on YouTube back when music covers were a thing to look up, and found his Twitter, which had his OnlyFans video on it, and it was like, abort, yep. The green screen theory. Oh, it could be. You're right. If I keep forgetting about green screens. It very much could be a green screen. I totally forgot about green screens. And I was just looking at Johnsy behind a green screen earlier. That's too funny. It could be. Yeah, so this is a parody account. So who knows? Clearly, they're just hating on Trisha. It's a Trisha hater site. Oh, her mother showing her feet. Oh, my God. My mom wants to know if you hook her up with a thriller deal. Like, can you do a special live stream event for these? Oh, my God. People are crazy. I mean, clearly she's a big enough celebrity that she's going to have parody accounts. I mean, right here, deplatform Trisha. This is another Twitter page. She needs to be deplatformed. And if you defend her, then you just as much as a POS of shit or piece of shit, just as much of a piece of shit. Does that make sense? Not really. As she is. Girly lied about SA and mocked a murdered child, and you can't defend that. Again, if she says it, you can't say it didn't happen unless you have proof. And did she do this? That's what I've heard. This is all this count is. I'm not defending Trisha. I don't think she deserves to be deplatformed. I think she needs to quit YouTube, though, for a while to get her mental health back in order. It would be the best option for her. I think she's been online long enough that she needs to get off the internet a little bit. Yeah, that's my bed looks like that after I come home from the laundromat and I need to fold all the clothes and I just dump all the laundry bins on the bed to start folding all the clothes. That's what my bed looks like too. But usually I just sit there and I fold all the clothes and get it done and put them away. But that was like a mess on the floor. I don't know what that was. But, I mean, there you go. Just another Twitter page that had one thing posted. This has been around for quite a while. I know I've seen this before because... Oh, are they the owner of Trishy Land? If they have the link? That's just like to have a whole parody account on her is just crazy. I think, yeah, she must be the owner of Trishy Land on Reddit. Because she's saying over 6K members and going strong. Make sure to join Trishy Land today. Wow. Trishy Land overpowered OnlyFans, but that's just her view. Because I've learned that too. Your views look different. Does mean the same thing. Oh, I was going to say, wait, is that Moses? I missed it. F me, go back. Let's see if it... Yeah. This is him. This is his actual one. I actually never looked at his Twitter until just now. He got nothing on it anyways. Literally, this is his Twitter. Is this even his real Twitter? I don't think this is his real Twitter. There's no way this is his real Twitter. Can't you say like you're in a relationship with somebody on Twitter, right? Like Facebook? You can't. I was gonna say maybe it says like who she's in a relationship. Oh, this is a funny GIF. I will say that. And she gives the person props that she likes the GIF. So she was making fun of her own self. Oh, thank you. So he does have a check my link. Okay. Can you post it in Discord real quick for me, though? Because I can't click it on StreamYard. It's a POS. Oh, wait. I have the live stream open. Duh. Hold on a moment over here. Don't worry. It's just going to take a second. Let me grab the link and then I'll open it into the window that we're looking at. Do. Is my computer going slow? Yes, we can reset it. Why? Because the Pope didn't tell me to. Why? Because the Pope's my IT guy. And the Pope should have told me this before I started a live stream. If you have any IT questions, you can always ask the Pope. He's my IT guy. Oh, it is. You are right. Moses_Hakman. When I think of Hakman, I think of Hakman Chu. I don't know why. So they took his photo. It is what his name is. Okay, I see. He has a YouTube channel. Of course he does. Of course he does. I like how hers are considered sensitive material. Okay, he has some interesting things on his Twitter. I am going to follow you now. And you know what I'm going to do? Copy. I'm going to do it before I forget. Add this to the Trisha. We have a Trisha room on our Discord. Just like we have a KJ bot, I added the Trisha bot, so if she dirty deletes her tweets, we got them now, so she can't dirty delete them on us. I'm going to also put his Twitter on her Discord channel as well, so we get Moses's. Yeah! Now they all come up. Can't dirty delete us, Moses. We'll see them. Let's see. What are these conversations? He putting up on Twitter. So if this is what his phone looks like, wouldn't it be similar to the other one? Oh, it's a video. Wait. Let's turn the volume up and go back. Hopefully there's no music. There's just no volume. He's going through a text message. That's so tiny. Let me make it bigger for us. Full screen mode. That's full screen mode? No way. There we go. All right, let's go back. Let's see what they say. This is Daphne is his ex-girlfriend. Thought I should let you know I made my Instagram and Twitter public again. I deleted everything that has to do with you. I unfollowed you on IG and Twitter. I'm sorry that you're going through this. I never wanted to be a part of this, and I accept full responsibility for the stupid tweet about you taking my guy and the photo. I'm deeply sorry for any hurt I may have caused you. It was never my intentions. I'm a nobody from the middle of nowhere and never could have imagined she would see that. I had a beautiful Valentine's Day with you, and it was a night I really needed. It was nice to have a mental escape. All I signed up for was getting to you and hoped it wouldn't lead to more, but you said it obviously wasn't the same on your part. That's okay. I'm not upset or anything about that. If you don't feel it, let's see where I'm watching it. I'm going to make sure he gets it to the top before I start reading. We'll leave it right there because I don't want to go any further. You don't feel it. If you don't feel it, you don't feel it. That's no one's fault. I'm sorry that you regret meeting me. I've only ever been with someone for 2 months, and that was extremely long distance. I'm new to dating, but maybe it's just not for me. Again, thank you again for such a lovely Valentine's Day. It's a memory I will always cherish. Like you said, in the end, you'll see who had your heart in mind. I won't leak any conversation, pictures, or anything. I have no interest in exposing anyone. I wish you nothing but happiness and light. Very much enjoyed a look into your world. Maybe when this blows over, we could get to know each other. Again, until then, love, Daphne. These were back in April of 2020. Thank you again. I'm going to sleep now, but I'm happy. Damn. Pause. Thank you again. I'm going to sleep now, but I'm happy to read this. All the best to you too. And let time do its thing. I'm just not angry or upset, just exhausted. Good night. Now, this just confirms, though, because I've seen her other tweets that she released tweets after this date. That's for damn sure. When did he release this? September 9th, 2021. Yeah, that's about the same time she released hers, too. Oh, yeah, there was a whole bunch of that going on. Yep, right here. This is one from Daphne. Someone else put it up. Oh, Spilled Tea put it up, yeah. But Spilled Tea put it up, and this was on Daphne's end. when the bacon goes bad. Saw a picture of Trisha today. The man of your dreams. Can't unsee Kermit's D. I didn't even see that. Oh, there's more replies. Trisha, baby, get a life. Oh, Daphne has a... Oh, no, it's not Daphne. I was like, Daphne has a Twitter? Wait. I didn't know that. What does this say? Let's see what Moses has to say. Recently, there's been a serious allegation made against me that is not true. I have chosen to not give attention to it out of respect for the person's well-being, but now the lies have gone too far. I met this person only once in real life on February 14/15, 2020. She is not my ex. She was never my girlfriend. I'm showing these texts to show the timeline of what actually happened. I made it clear I didn't want to lead her on, and it's nobody's fault. She continued to ask me to meet up with her and have a relationship with her. After I made it clear I didn't feel we were a match, she got upset when me and Trisha started well after we stopped talking, and continued to plead with me to date her and not Trisha. It's been a year and a half of this person spreading lies, but now this new false accusation cannot be ignored. Please read this thread for the text messages when we're communicating. And he put his end of the text messages. Go to the next photo. Let me see what you guys are saying real quick, though. What does what say? I'm trying here, people. Ding, 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 right? You're seeing the wrong tab. Oh, my God. Why is it showing you the wrong tab? Sorry, guys. It's showing you the wrong tab. It's all me. You had to get my attention. God damn it. You guys didn't see anything. I was reading. I'll show you what I was reading. Don't worry. We don't have to reread it, though. I'm showing. This is what I'm looking at right now. So this is the message that I just read. And then there's a video after this of like the long message from Daphne. But this is what I wanted to look at. These messages. This was the next thing I was looking at. Oh, my God. I'm sorry, guys. It stresses me out now. I'm sorry. I have a mother. They worry for me too much, and it took me years to get over. I'm going to post more videos and help like that. I care in the way my culture taught me. I see now that it's not how you want, but I'm learning from that. Thanks. Can I ask for a request, though? It's silly, but I'll help me, I think. Can you follow me back on Instagram? That hurt because it seemed like you were embarrassed by me somehow. So is he the blue? And she's, yeah. I don't know why I just asked that. I know better. I don't want to lead you on. I don't want to give you false hope. Okay, then, but friends, I feel like there's a lot I can still learn from you. You know me. I live a lonely life and teach people from afar. I can't do my work when things like this happen. I'm not a normal person or friend. You will be disappointed with me again. I won't be disappointed if I understand you. If you live an isolated life, I respect that. But I'm lonely. But a lonely life isn't healthy for the mind. See, these are messages I never seen from Daphne's end, to be quite honest. Same. Maybe that's wasn't good. I'm sorry I hurt your feelings. Not my intentions ever. I'm sorry I hurt yours as well. It was never my intentions. I care about you a lot, even now. Too much. Whoa. That's why I worry and can't help it. Yeah, I can't control that. I know you can't control yourself. It's not my choice. That's why I can't trust you. If you saw all the tweets, I said I was having a panic attack last. And then we don't see the rest of that. I don't want to keep thinking about what I've must have done wrong. You did nothing wrong. Not everyone are a match. I never said you did something wrong. When we met, dating isn't always finding your match. Not forcing it. It takes two, not one. You did nothing wrong. You couldn't change the outcome. Exactly, though, not forcing it. You wouldn't know after the short time we spent together. We had a good connection before meeting. I do know. And that's it. That's all the messages he put out. Apparently. She had way more messages on her end. And clearly this isn't the last because look, there's another blue bubble. So they had more messages. He just didn't show them all. And no one posted her messages. So weird. I don't know. That's a whole thing. Scroll up. I just DM'd you about that. I know, I got it. And I was like, God damn it. You were into it too. We're over here dropping bombs and shit. Pope, you're fired. You're fired, Pope. You're fired. See, iPhones to iPhones are blue bubbles. Yes, you are right. So my cats have lost their mind. It gets dark and they freak out. Oh no, Meg. My cat is, where's my cat? She must be with her daddy. Usually my cat is like dead asleep by now, to be honest. But then she like wakes up at like the craziest times to wake me up for treats. Can't believe. Let's see what else is there, because this is like I was reading let's go back to his page, because I was reading like a video thing from his page when you guys couldn't see me before. He had like this video of her little thingamajig. That was it right here. That's the video I was reading. Oh, see, look, there's more messages. I don't know. See, I listened to what Daphne had to say, and there are some things that I believe Daphne about, and she showed messages too on a live stream where she had like her other phone out, and she was like showing the messages as she was scrolling. So I don't know. Because I saw it on her phone too, not just Billy's, which is the Miss Piggy meme thing that they were talking about. They hate Trisha and want her to spiral. Well, you're the only one to start it. You're sweet and genuine. Well, apparently he put a lot of messages out. Oh yeah, there's her old Daphne account. It was easy. He liked your tweet today. You guys still talk or spilled the tea? I never said I was sleeping with you, and they kept jumping to conclusions and tweeting stuff I didn't say. So that was her saying she never slept with him. Or she's just saying I never said I was sleeping with you. But they could be. She's not saying that they weren't sleeping together. She just said she never said that they were sleeping together. T, you sleeping with Moses too? I knew you were just hooking up and trolling. I knew they were just hooking up and trolling. Actually, go pet your man before Trisha breaks down and finds out that he's still sleeping with you. Hash? I don't know what that is. That's so weird. You're better than this. Oh, it just keeps going. Damn. Just keeps going and going. I'm the only one getting messages every day. If you don't care, then what's the problem? You created that. You put yourself in the mix, not me. Block them. And never talk about us. You never gave me the benefit of the doubt, and that sucks. To do what? You lied to me. You unfollowed me on everything and didn't do the same to her. I swear, I never actually leak info about you. All I did was post that photo and the tweet and deleted that. How can you not trust me and trust her when she's doing all the horrible stuff? I don't get it. So there's a lot of underhanded shit behind, which I knew that there had to be. I knew it wasn't the full story, what she was saying. But I never... Night, Johnsy. Yeah, we're going to be getting off here very soon too, guys. Never mind, my calico is encouraging the kitten to lose her mind. Oh, no! Oh, that's so funny. So one cat encourages the other. That's so cute, but crazy, too. Could you follow me back on Instagram? I read that one. I don't want to lead you on. These are the texts there's just so many of them. It's like one right after the other, Damn. See, I didn't see this on Moses's end, to be honest. And this is where all of that comes from, all of this. So he put them all out, pretty much. So he put out his tweet, his reply, which is this, 2 tweets, the long scroll video, 2 more tweets with the Twitter post, 2 more tweets. Is this the end of it? No, because it cuts this off. So there might still be more. Did you send me a check for my services? Oh my God, if I could pay you for that, I absolutely would. The best sex of my life. Haven't been able to stop thinking about it. Well, put that out there. Just saying. Wow. Because I have this tweet. I have all of her tweets that she put out. This is one of the tweets, not just Spill Tea put out it, but she put it out on her Instagram. And she actually made her Instagram private recently. And she followed me back so I could still see her Instagram and talk to her on her lives. Because she was doing lives still as of like 2 weeks ago. Which is so weird. Like I said, there's always 2 sides to every story, and somewhere in the middle is the truth. Do I think that they had a relationship? Yeah. Sunshine, did you see the link in the tweet I sent you in the DMs? Let me check that out. I did not see the link that you sent me, so let me get that really quick, and don't worry. That window isn't opened. God damn it. I can't believe I did that. So I need a co-host up on here to be like, you're not sharing the screen. You're sharing the wrong screen. Oh, here it is. This is cute and funny. Oh, let's look at this. Copy. Let's do this right this time. I know that was from yesterday. I want to see it, though. The right screen that I'm actually sharing. Is that the one you're, or did you send me a new one? Because sometimes it doesn't come up on my computer, but why does that? I don't know. Does anyone else have that issue with Instagram? Like last night I sent AT2 a message. Nothing bad. I was just telling him something. And then when I went to look at it on my computer, it wasn't there. But on my phone, it was there. It was so weird. Oh. This polar bear had the best time in the snow. That is me in the snow, man, if I could be. And I know there has to be sound to it. We gotta go back. Oh. This is better than Trisha and Moses. Look at this polar bear. What a cutie. Oh. I love snow. This is totally me as a polar bear. Yay! Do a snow angel. Do a snow angel. He's like, yay, it snowed. Snow is the best time of the year. Yay. What a cutie. He's at a zoo, so he's not an actual, like, in an environment where it's always cold for him. Oh, it happens too on your Instagram too. It doesn't. It's so weird because, like, if I go on my phone Instagram, everything is there. But when I go on to, like, my computer Instagram, something I just sent goes away. It's like, why? And I don't have that thing on that says, like, you know, messages go away after somebody sees it. So I don't get that. But they will swarm daddy for the wet food since I work till 6 and we don't give it to them until late in the afternoon. My dog gets soft food too. I give my cat her soft food at night for, like, din time. But she, like, so, like, she knows it's time for wet food. So before, when she was trying to get my Chinese food, she knew it was time for wet food for her. So she went over to her, like, empty wet food dish that she finished up from last night and started licking it. And it's like, girlfriend, wait a second. I'll be off of the live very soon and you'll get your wet food. But she does that. It's so weird. But that's too funny that your cats do that. That's so cute. See what happens when we spoil our animals. Oh, polar bear. See, yeah, there's me. Oh my gosh. The wind in your hair. Yeah, dog. He's just, like, loving it. Oh my God. How cute. Good find, Miranda. Very good find. All right, guys. It's hitting that 3-hour mark. So tomorrow night, I will be doing a live unboxing of the Ipsy box that I got in the mail. It was Monday that it came in. So we're going to do the live unboxing of the Ipsy box that I got for myself. But I will also be doing a live unboxing of the Advent calendar. So the Advent calendar is going to be part of the giveaway that I'm going to be giving away people stuff from the Advent calendar and then stuff that I put aside from the last Ipsy unboxing that I did for people. So we will be doing that tomorrow night. I wanted to start it at 7:30, but I think I'm going to start it at 8. So we'll be here tomorrow at 8 for that live unboxing. I think that's all I have to unbox. I know the McCart is coming for me. It didn't come in my root order yet, so I don't think they've shipped it even yet. So when that comes in, that'll be its own unboxing by itself. So tomorrow is just Ipsy stuff. And maybe I'll do a makeup look. Who knows? We'll see how that goes. But I will see you guys, let's say 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you missed the stream, you can still, so anyone that's here in the stream tomorrow, I will write down your names so I can enter them in for the giveaway. And if you missed the stream tomorrow, you can still comment on the stream to be entered for the Ipsy giveaway. So, and I'm doing one international, one US. The person in the US will get the Ipsy stuff. The international person will get a gift card. So you guys are all be able to enter because I have a lot of you wonderful people that are outside of the US, and I appreciate all of your views as well. And I want to give back to you guys because you guys are just amazing to me. And like I said, if it wasn't for you guys, I would not be here. And Miranda, I'm going to the post office tomorrow, and I'll give you the tracking number as soon as I get there so you can get your McCart, your nail lab box as soon as possible, girlfriend. So they get you all the time when I'm stuck at the computer. My cat does that too. I don't know why she does that. But they see daddy. They know it's time for wet food. They slide in the house if they've been outside. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, yes, it's been a very good night. Thank you, everyone, for coming. I love talking with you guys. I love doing these kickback and chats where we just relax and look at random shit. So if you guys see anything next week that you want me to show for a kickback and chat, you can always just DM me and I'll be happy to show it. You work from home? I wish I could work from home. That's what I'm looking for, is like a thing that I can work from home. But I also want to interact with people too, because sometimes just not having that people interaction is not like, you need interaction with people in your life. And I think that's what a lot of people are going crazy with, like Covina, is that they don't have that one-to-one interaction with people. And that doesn't help. I do know that. And now, like, I got news today that the Walmart that I went to got shut down because everyone there at the Walmart had Covina. And I'm like, I was just there on the 24th and they closed it on the 25th. So I'm like freaking out thinking, well, do I have it? Well, I don't have the symptoms. So I'm going to get like a test just to check it out, just to make sure. But you can help me out. The check is lovely. Girlfriend, please. I would love that. You know how to find me, girl. I'm trying to think. Now you're making me think now. My Twitter is Sunshinery. I think it's Sunshinery1. But my Instagram is SunshineryYT. Let me make sure before. I don't want to give you the wrong info. Yeah, SunshineryYT is my Instagram. And my Twitter, we're on Twitter. Yeah, Sunshinery1. So you can DM me either or you can email me, which my email is sunshinery.yt@gmail.com. I would love that. That would be awesome. It's probably a Walmart employee. It was supposedly all of the Walmart that got it. It was a lot of Walmart employees that tested positive. Yeah, no, I'm definitely interested. I will definitely shoot you a DM. Are you Spooky History with Megs? I know you have a channel too, which I want to add your channel to my Sunshinery friends in my description, so that way people can find you also as well. Because I have Miranda in there, I have Johnsy's channel in there, all my creator friends I like to have in my Friends of Sunshinery area, so people can find you guys. I'll find you. I'll find you. Let me look right now. Watch. Since we have my screen sharing, is it Spooky? History. There you are. We follow each other. Of course. Why wouldn't we? Girl, we're good. All right. I'll send you a DM. I am going to stop sharing my screen, but I'll send you a DM. I know. I think that's what it was. You popped up on mine, and I was like, oh, Meg, yes. But yes, check out Meg's channel. That'll be, there you go. Miranda's already on it because she's an amazing mod. Miranda, don't forget to put your channel link too. Just because you're a mod, you can still put your channel link in there. You know, I want people to find you. Johnsy's channel is in the description, along with other friends of Sunshinery, which I know, like Mrs. Roadhog's there, Siwa's there, Drew's there, which is Miss Punisher's man over there. She was here earlier with us. The Pope doesn't let me put his channel there yet, but one day maybe I can share the Pope's channel. He does funny videos right now, but I'm telling you, he's really good at editing. If you ever need somebody help with editing videos, you could hit up my IT guy, aka the Pope. He's really good at it. She does. I love Miranda and I love you, Megs. You guys are both amazing. I have that girl. I'm trying to think who else is in my Friends of Sunshinery. That girl, she's a true crime channel. She has amazing content over there. Advint, he does gaming. So his Twitch is there and his YouTube is there for the gaming. So there's a channel there for everybody. So if you like something, I got lots of friends that like to do a lot of crazy things. And we all like what we like. We all do different things, and that's what makes us all amazing and beautiful people, is that we all have great channels that everyone can be interested in and support each other. So check out everybody. You have a preview out now? Well, I'm going to check Meg's channel out right now, and I think you guys should too, since we're getting off of here. Go check out Meg's preview. And make sure to subscribe to everybody in the Friends of Sunshinery. And just, hey, you never know what you might like and find. Johnsy does some crazy stuff over at his channel, but he also has great music that if you need music for any of your videos, he does give permission to anyone that needs music for their videos. He said that as long as you let him know, you can use the music that he has over there at his channel. There's just one song that you can't use because it's not his, but he'll let you know what song that is. But everyone have a wonderful night, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Like I said, 8 p.m. Let's shoot for 8 p.m. to do our unboxing. I hope everyone has a great night. I'm going to go check out Spooky History with Megs, and I think you guys should too. Have a wonderful night. Bye, everyone.